Hello everybody and welcome to PYS number 1, the final stage here on EU. Now I'm starting the stream early because Raid Blaster is kindly offered to, well, have a chat with us before we kick off. So I'm going to try and get hold of him and see if he can answer a few questions, and here we go. So I'm going to start a call with him. Hopefully hello. Oh, excellent. How are you?
I'm fine, A little bit tired because I slept, I think, about half an hour ago.
Well, thank you, Blaster, for joining us. I mean, this is a first for me, getting somebody from Raid to have a chat with us. And I don't want to keep you too long because obviously you're kicking off in just under 20 minutes now. And you guys need to prepare.
Yeah,
so seriously, really big thanks, and hopefully everybody else appreciates you jumping on board. I only have a few questions for you. The first one is, it's going to sound harsh, but it doesn't mean to. It's not meant to sound harsh. Raid had quite a disappointing winter season. I think that's fair to say. But you know,
yeah, true.
In the group stage of the PYS, you seem to be coming back to the Raid we all know and love. Are you hoping to get back to where realistically Raid belongs? Because you are, you know, you've been consistently a top 4 team, clearly a top 8 team, yet the winter season it just wasn't to be. So what are your views on that?
Yeah, true. The winter season wasn't our season. Yeah, we missed I think 2 second tournament days, I guess, and then it wasn't any more possible to achieve the top 8. But I think this season we will back in top 8 for sure. I'm pretty confident.
Well, judging on what I saw yesterday, I mean, you're looking to be back in that frame of mind. Bit of a blip with Endgame, but we'll get to that in a moment. The other question that a lot of people say to me is that RA1D appear to be an incredibly strategic team. You seem to play the game more like a chessboard, and you're sort of passive aggressive. You react to situations rather than sort of go full on. Would that be a fair description of the way you guys approach the game?
Yeah, it's pretty much true, because I think in 2018 it was our meta. It was very slow, strategic, with rotations. We really love to play with map control, and also with caps, so strategic is pretty good description for us.
Yeah, I mean, we've all seen those games where you guys seem to sort of thrive on being down rather than up. It's quite odd. I mean, there have been many occasions when you've sort of been 3 down in a tournament to come back and sort of absolutely annihilate the opposition, and that's why I sort of say you're more of a reactionary team. It's very it's great to watch, and we want to see more of that. Moving to sorry.
Yeah, we have many people with much CV experience, with Clan Wars experience, and because of that we are pretty. We know when we have to move and when we have time to think over things, when we have time to rotate, and so, or if we are sure to get the second cap and we get back the cap advantage, then we don't rush into things and think twice, maybe.
No.
That's the point why people call us strategic and reacting.
Absolutely, and like I said, it's fantastic to watch. It really is. Moving back to, I mean, I mentioned Endgame, and I mean, you unfortunately you lost against them yesterday. A lot of people are saying that there is quite a gap between Endgame as a team and the rest of the field, and that the challenge for EU is to basically overturn them. Is that a fair assessment in your view?
I wouldn't say it's EU versus EG, because it's always clan versus clan. I mean, it sounds dumb, but it is, and there is a gap between EG and other clans, just because EG has so much clan wars experience for each player, and they have probably the best callers out there at the moment, and but I don't think they are invincible. No team is really invincible, and for EG, maybe at some point they get bitten by their not willing to train, because they don't really train. That's a crazy thing about them. But I don't know. It's still pretty hard to beat them. But I think at some point a team will manage.
Absolutely. I'm pretty sure everybody is looking to just capitalise on their own game and not think about the opposition as such, and just do the best that you can. I mean, with that in mind, sorry, go on. Sorry.
No, I don't want to say something.
Well, all I was going to say was
agreed with you.
Okay. All I was going to say was another thing. Again, it sounds a bit harsh, but it's not meant to be. A few RA1D players did leave after winter season. Has that had an impact on the clan and the team as a whole, or not really? You've managed to sort of slot back in players because you haven't really been a massive clan, to be fair. RA1D. It's always been quite a condensed clan.
Yeah, it was always a pretty small clan, and when I think 3 people was from the team leave, then it's always it changed things up. But I think we found other players which are playing very good, and so I'm confident that we will get back on track. The biggest loss was obviously Toby, because he was so long in the clan. Yes. But after so many years in the clan, he achieved that I don't know what to say, how to call it. Yeah, he wanted to change things, and EG offered him or invited him. So I can understand that he wanted to see a different clan after so many years in Raid.
Probably just wanted a new challenge, let's say.
Yeah. That's it.
I'm very mindful of the time, so I'm only going to ask you one more question, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm fine.
And that is, in that... So what are Raid's overall ambitions for the spring season in real terms?
Obviously, it's going back into top 8, and then next step is top 4.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty confident, like I told before, that we will achieve top 8. And then top 4, we have to watch, but I think it's possible when we play our style and we react well, then it's definitely possible to get into the top 4.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if you keep building on what we've just seen, because to be fair, I mean, I streamed you in spring season. I've streamed you on the first PYS for this season, and you do seem to be a different team. You seem to be your mindset seems to be slightly different. You in the winter season, the focus fire of Raid wasn't what we quite expected. There seemed to be like there was like a discoordination, whereas what we saw the other day is a much more fluid Raid. Not quite the Raid we saw in the Twister when you went on to win that, but on the road to that recovery, let's say, which is good for the scene. I mean, everybody expects Raids to be there, and unfortunately, you guys have a lot of pressure to sort of always be in the top echelon, the top 4 because of Twister. So it's good to see that you're bouncing back. To be fair.
Yeah, that's true. It's really good to be back to winning.
Absolutely. Well, with that, we're due to set off soon. We've got 11 minutes to go. Your first opponents are IW, a German clan, I believe. So,
yes.
Blaster, thank you so much for joining us and taking some time out just before quite an important match. Seriously, I wish you and the guys the best of luck tonight. Have fun, have good luck. Play the best game. Show us the true Raid that Raid that we all know and love, and we'll all see how you guys play later. And really, thanks a lot for joining us, my friend. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for the invitation, and we'll do our best. Enjoy the games.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Blaster. Bye.
Bye. Have a nice evening.
So that was Raid Blaster. We're going to see him in action very soon. Great guy, and as we said there, we've seen recently in the PYS that Raid are getting better. They're not the same team that we saw in the winter season. They are more coordinated. They did lose against Endgame. They had a shaky start in the PYS number 1, to be fair, but they consolidated and they went back to being smooth. As I said, we're due to kick off in about 10 minutes from now. So what I'm going to do, they're going out against IW, and the map that they're going out on is Normandy. So we're going to do a flyover of Normandy and get to see... Oh, I'm just going to turn the sound down a little bit, else the game noise is going to blow everybody's ears. So we're going to do a flyover. Is it? No, it's Black Goldville first, I'm afraid. That was me mucking up. So we're going to do a flyover of Black Goldville to see what potential positionings and strats they are going to do. The thing is, I will warn everybody that this is just guesstimation because they have umpteen different strats for these maps. But let's get up high and see. So starting from this one, Black Goldville is a map with three bases. We've got the C cap there, the B cap in the middle, and the A cap. What normally happens sometimes is that we get mediums and maybe a couple of hold down heavies like the E5s from this spawn, not initially rushing into the cap area. Some do, most don't, but holding positions here just to try and get the early spots. We normally see a medium tank or even a Vickers trying to get to this position here because once here they can spot up virtually the entire map. And it gives a good indication where the team is going. On the ultimate side, if you're going down, if you're spawning from the other side, again, they try to get their Vickers here That way you can see any tanks crossing towards C and spot up almost the entire team. Plus you can see any tanks moving towards that A cap or even that that cave area. The other thing that you generally see is some teams will put a heavy around this area here eventually, probably trying to get round to this rock in the attempt to try and get the B cap if nothing has been spotted, but that is not always the case. We also see teams taking out their heavies far wide here, sometimes led by the mediums, and it's a strat that the likes of RA1D have used quite a lot, getting into that C cap, putting their mediums up here and putting pressure on, whilst also maintaining a look on the B cap. From the other side, again, it's almost symmetrical. It's not, but it's almost there. The danger area is crossing at this point here, because anything going down there and anything spotting you Vickers wise, you are going to get shots coming across this way. But again, from the other spawn, looking to get into that C cap, trying to get into these positions here to get covering fire. You sometimes see tanks putting a heavy tank in this position, overlooking that B cap, trying to get those spawns that base reset in the eventuality that somebody does drop in there, because moving around that rock to get into B is quite tricky. Some clans even put it a little bit further back around this mound, but again, it's what the clans prefer. Again, as I said, sometimes they send their Vickers to that point, and if they're going up towards the A cap, you will see on occasion T22s, the likes of that, or even a Vickers, once they've spotted, trying to get into the caves, trying to get a rotation. Sometimes, if there's nothing up here, they will try and get that cap. Mindful, however, that there can be E5s sat down in that corner. So that is basically Black Goldville. Just a quick overview of potentially what may happen. We've got a couple of minutes before the room is open, so what we'll do next, we'll look at Castilla, or Camster as I call it, because that is the deciding map. Always a tricky map, this one, to try and anticipate what the teams are going to do. One of the only maps on the tour scene that we find you do get to see a TD, not always, and from this spawn, some clans, you see them take a TD to this position here, rising up. Sometimes they even take a Vickers and try and get those spots. Alternatively, some clans like to stick a TD in around about this area here. That way they've got shots up onto the castle area, and they've also got shots across to that C cap from here. You can just about see it. And also they get down that route there. Alternatively, some clans take heavies over like IS4s, take them over this route. Some leave an IS4 in this position. Why? Because they can stay hauled down a little bit. It is a slight incline, and anything coming up that ramp can be smacked, and the IS4 can remain pretty safe. Alternatively, they can stick an IS4 here. The only problem with that is that bush. In that bush there, some clans like to stick sometimes a TD, sometimes the likes of an AMX50B, sometimes an IS4, and it really can hurt. From the other spawn, some clans like to stick an E5 around here, potentially. That way they can see anything going that way, and they can also have a pop at anything going that way. The other thing that you'll tend to see is sometimes the lights and the mediums getting up onto the ridge line here, not necessarily capping the A cap. The reason being is from the other spawn, teams like to send their E5s and such along this ridge here, trying to get to this position. That way they've got a good view across the map, and they can reset the A cap. We even see some clans sticking an IS4 behind this rock, or an E5, that either they can reset and be pretty hauled down. However, we have seen recently on Asia some heavy pushes straight through the C cap. So we can't discount that. As I said, strats change, and when that happens, you normally get a brawl between the C and the B cap areas with not much going down on A. But we will find out in about 4 minutes. The room should now be open, so I'm not going to take too much longer on this map. Generally, what we tend to find on Camp Stiller, as I call it, is somewhere in the region of 3 to 5 minutes of people standing still and boredom, followed by 2 minutes of absolute mayhem. But we will see tonight. Let's get out of here and get into that room and see what's going down. So we should have had the invite. Yes, we have. There we go. We're going to accept it. We've got 3 minutes to go. We're going to just accept that. What I'm going to do, I'm going to leave that up for the moment. And what I want to show you is the grouping. It's not a great one because I have to do this from my iPhone. It's not great. This is the grouping for today, and as you can see, my clan Vale, which is here, they're facing off against Endgame. So that's a pretty tough one straight out the bag. To be fair, we've also got in the top in this group, we've got Retty going out against Winner S. We've got Cash in Reg. We've got FV207, a very good clan, very good team, going out against Serenity, another great team. A1N1, which is being streamed, I believe, by Wild Ones Outfit, is off it against Phoenix. Reckham against DWF. Endgame against Vale. S1A against Zenith. Quick against Ivico. IW against Raid, that is the game we're following. Fu4 against KV4. BPS against Sparta. And Reckham against BPS. Already into the next round, which is the quarterfinals, are POG, APA, TFCZ, and S4W. So pretty, for some teams, pretty horrendous groupings there. Anyway, we've got just over a minute to go. The teams are readying up. And I need to familiarise myself with IW. So we have the second animal, the Falcon Dude. I know the Falcon Dude. Madar and Jesus. The Madar and Jesus dude. I know him as well. The old school dude. They're all dude, I think. Watchback. Delirium. And Money. So there we go. Interestingly, they're rated at first. So they will be going out on the South Spawn here on Black Goldville. And we have the second in an E5. The Falcon Dude in an IS4. The Madar and Jesus dude in a Clan Wagon. The old school dude in an E5, the Lucy, I don't know that one, the Lucy Bushy dude in an E5, Delirium in a T22, and Money in a Vickers. I don't know why I'm wearing these. I need to take them off now. I don't need them anymore. Moving over to Raid, well, there we go. Look, we have Blaster in a Clan Wagon, Elena in an E5, Yannitastic in an E5, Blue in an IS4, Naro in a... Is that Naro? I believe it is. Naro in a Vickers Light. It is Naro in a Vickers Light. OG in a WZ121. And Timon in an E5. On the bench, spectating is Drizzle. On the bench, spectating this side is the Penetrator Dude and Watch Back. We've got 25 seconds to go. So it's going to be an interesting one, guys. It is going to be an interesting one. I wish both clans the best of luck. Play your games, guys. Do the best you can, and that's all anybody can ask. Well, I'm looking forward to this. This is Prove Your Skill number 1, the final stage, Group 1 of EU. As you can see, hit points there, well, favouring IW, but only just. I mean, we're only talking 50 odd points, nothing more than that. So it's not a massive amount. It's certainly nothing to sort of cause any problems to Raid. Moving over the map, let's see what they're doing. Well, already we've got a lot of movement, a lot of rotations here. We have the Lucy Boosie dude moving out in his E5 towards that C-cap. Crown Dragon with the Madar and Jesus overlooking the B. The Vickers of Money and Delirium also moving out that way. Falcon dude is going to go up to the ramp where I sort of anticipated a Vickers to be. And the E5s, as I said, are just not rushing into that A-cap. They're just bunkering down. Moving over to the other side, well, where I expected a Vickers to be is Raid Blue in his IS4. Blaster there in the Cran Wagon in the area that I sort of said that they normally stick a heavy. And we've got the Vickers of Naro over into the position that I thought they'd be, just supported by the 1-2-1 of OG. Naro is spotting them up, sees the Lucy Doocy dude and Delirium and Money, so he's got good information there. He's going to relay that back to the team so they know where they're going. That gives Raid the all clear to push onto the A-cap, which is what Timon and Elena are doing. Timon is going to push into the cap. Yannitastic and Elena is just going to keep those E5s a little bit occupied up there at the A-cap. C-cap has been taken by IW. That's not going to worry Raid too much at the moment. They're more concerned about their positioning here and thinking about where to go next. As you can see, Raid Blue just sitting on the edge here. He's getting those spots. Falcon Dude and Mad and Jesus Dude aren't able to drop down into that B-cap at this moment in time. So good positioning here by Raid. Equally good positioning by IW. OG is now rolled up in his 1-2-1 to help out the guys here. The A-cap has been taken. Now they need to find out where those E5s are. They know that their tanks are there, but they don't know where they are now. Falcon Dude is just staying on his perch at the moment. He's in a very good position, nicely hauled down there. And you can see that the Vickers of Money, the E5 of the Lucy Boosie Dude, in this position to try and get cross shots across into Raid. It's not really happening, but Blue has been smacked around a bit. And Raid, whilst they still have an hit point advantage, they have bled a little bit more than IW here. Old School Dude now, well, we've already lost an E5. He's pulled out and rotated back through his spawn. The Raid E5s, Elena and Yannitastic looking to push down a little bit. Not fully aware, though, where everybody is yet. Now the Old School Dude has been spotted. So that's given some great information to Raid. They know where the Delirium is. They know where Mad and Jesus Dude. And they know where Animal is, the second Animal. They know where most of the heavies are. And they have an understanding that the Vickers and the other E5 are over in the C-cap. So Raid here, they're just going to bide their time. They're down on cap points at the moment. Base points, they are down. But they're not down to a massive event. What they're going to do, as you can see here, they're rotating through the map, back towards their spawn, looking to push onto that C-cap, considering that that is probably the weakest link of IW's armor. There's only 2 tanks there. It's admittedly Delirium and Second Animal in the E5 and the D22 will be able to rotate round quicker than the Mad and Jesus, but they're considering that that is an easier option at this stage, which, to be fair, is probably an easier option. Because if they pull round to push onto the C-cap, it may free up the B-cap for Blue to try and steal it. Raid aren't going to be moving anytime soon. Falcon Dude is moving first. That's going to bring Blaster and Blue into play. And as you can see, Falcon Dude getting smacked as he goes through. In fact, smacked so much that he cannot take the cap. But cap notwithstanding, Raid's push towards the C-cap is now going to start playing. And as you can see, that's prompted Second Animal and Delirium, along with the Old School Dude, to try and come in there to reinforce the guys on the C-cap, which is the Lubicon, the Lucy Boosie Dude, and Money. So Raid here looking to try and make this push work. Falcon Dude, however, is looking very worse for wear. Naro is going down there to try and finish him off, with Blaster also coming in. This will be a blow for IW if Falcon Dude goes down. Oh, that's a bounce. Naro did not want that, but he's going to get behind him. He won't bounce him a second time. He's loaded. He's ready to fire. There he goes. Down he goes, but Yannitastic has also gone down. Raid here are bleeding slightly more than IW. And there goes Elena. And that's going to put IW in prime position in winning this opening salvo. But there goes Yannitastic, Timon and Elena. So it's gone to IW. Raid going down here, 1-0. Well played by IW. Can't fault them. Really can't fault them. They really hung in there. They anticipated the move by Raid. Raid did the right thing. It was a fantastic move round the corner, pushing right through towards that C-cap, whilst also going to the B-cap. But well anticipated by IW and nicely countered. Raid will be looking to dust themselves off. They always seem to start a little bit shaky, but we'll get there. We'll get there. So we're going to switch those spawn points here. This time we will have IW on the north spawn, Raid on the south spawn. We have the second animal in an E5, Falcon Dude in an IS4, Mad and Jesus Dude in a Kranwagen, the Old School Dude in an E5, the Lucy Boosey Dude in an E5, Delirium in a T22, and Money in a Vickers Light. No real change there for IW. Moving over to Raid, Yanni-tastic rotating out for Drizzle, Blaster in a Crown Wagon, Elena in the E5, Blue in the IS4, Drizzle, not redded yet, Naro again in the Vickers, OG in the 121, S1K in the E5, and Drizzle moving into the E5 also. So Raid will be looking to turn this around. They need to turn it around to give this any and take it to the decider. IW at the moment will be relatively happy. They will be thinking, they will be considering themselves, you know, in a good position here. They'll be brooming with confidence. However, Raid are most likely going to choose something completely different. We will find out in seconds few whilst I just have my cup of tea. Which is actually a cup of coffee. I lied, like a cheap rug. So sorry about that. Well, my little thing is not working. Here we go into the game. So looking at those hit points again. IW just getting that additional 53 HP. It's nothing to really write home about, but you know. Anyway, let's get up high into the back of the map and see where they're going to be going off this time. Well, this time we've got Delirium heading up to the A cap. Money heading to the spot that we picked out when we did the flyover. RNG's also taking that forward position overlooking the B cap. We've got Nardo also in the position that we did on the flyover. Blaster just holding back. Naro's done his job, got the spot. He's now going to get out of there. Blaster taking one in the nose from across the map from Delirium. He's dropping down, getting to a safer area. Raid Blue is just pushing forward. Blaster getting smacked as he goes through. C-Cap will be taken by Raid. They have got strengthened numbers over that side. You can see we've got S1K in the cap. Elena, OG, and Drizzle just holding back into the corner. That will give IW the chance to get the A cap. Raid at the moment have lost a few hit points, mainly because of Blaster in the crown. I can see there the E5 is second animal going into the caves, trying to get those spots. A cap has been taken, so IW now rotating out towards their spawn again. There's no reason for them to push around onto the flank, I don't think. I think they realise that. They think they realise that majority of the Raid team is over on the C cap. Old School Dude getting a bit of a smacking, trying to level up those hit points here, Raid. And not truly getting it because obviously the Crown Dragon has slightly less HP than the E5. But at the moment it's going to be more about strategic play here from Raid. Now we can see that S1K, Elena have rotated right back from the C cap. We're going to have S1K is going to take his position on this ramp. They're going to be looking possibly to do a push onto that B cap area. Blue was spotted, but that doesn't bother Blue. He's there for a reason, and that is to prevent people from taking that B cap. Falcon Dude is on the ramp over the other side in a similar position to S1K. Blaster and Elena on the other ramps at the back, as we said when we did the flyover that they normally go. And Nardo in the Vickers just holding back here, supporting that B cap. Blue dropping into the B cap, supported by S1K. That's a ballsy move, considering that there's Mad RNG's there, Delirium, and Old School Dude. But with S1K supporting and with OG and Drizzle over the other side, it's pretty difficult for them to get shots in on the grounds that they're going to get cross-shotted. And this is the problem that they're facing here. Mad RNG's would love to have reset, but if he pushes too far forward, OG is there, as you can see in the corner. And that would have been the problem. So Raid stealing the cap there. They're now going to start taking those cap points, pushing IW to make the move. IW, Old School Dude, leading the charge, similar to what we saw with Raid, with Delirium in tow, down towards the C cap. Naro responding in the Vickers. Raid OG in the WZ121 and Drizzle anticipating this move. It's not quite outnumbered here. Naro taking a smack as he comes round. OG is looking to probably get some shots into the Old School Dude. Now there's strength in numbers coming from IW, but where they've got strength in numbers there, they are losing strength over this side. There are only 3 tanks, against 4 tanks. They're pushing onto blue. Blaster and S1K. Elena is moving over to the C-cap to try and push out there. 800 points going at the moment, but OG is down. Raid OG is down, and that's a blow for Raid. They're not going to be happy with that. That is a big blow. This is great stuff by IW. This is not going according to plan. Certainly not going according to Raid's plan. They've got to get tanks out of the game. Blue is down. Falcon Dude is also down. Delirium is now a one-shot. They need to take Delirium out of the game. And they're not able to. Delirium is not gone down. He's there, right next to Elena. Elena's trying to get the shots in. Down goes Delirium. But Drizzle is also gone down. This is 3 tanks down on both sides. Now it's 4 tanks with Elena going down. But moving over back to the middle area. The Lubikubi dude. Raid are down on points. They have got to get tanks out of the game. They're also down on hit points. This is not going according to Raid's plans, unfortunately for them. IW have played a stunning round here, putting Raid under a lot of pressure, and that's it. IW take it. Raid going down in the first round. They'll be disappointed, but it is PYS number 1. There are plenty more to go. They will bounce back. But yeah, it's disappointing to see that. But congratulations to IW. Stunningly played. Commiserations to Raid. And now I feel absolutely guilty for having the chat with Blaster. And I hope we hadn't put him off. But, you know, fantastic stuff by IW. They'd obviously prepped well for the Raid guys and trained hard. But, you know, I'm pretty gutted, to be honest with you. But Raid will bounce back. It's not the end of everything, guys. I don't know people talking in anyway. So, wowzers. Wowzers. That was not expected. Let's be honest with you. So looking at the chart, IW will go through. So far, who is through? Well, in round 16, we have M1A1, BPS, Zenith, Reckham, IW, Serenity, BPS, Cash, Quick, S4W, POG, APA, and TFCZ. Still waiting to see how my clan is doing against Endgame. Endgame are a very good team, and they're still playing, so it's not the end. It's not over just yet here on Black Goldville. Hopefully, Viva Vale, my guys are doing pretty well. Hopefully. So let's have a look at. I mean, the next games. I don't know who we're going to go with. Probably IW. I don't know. Well, they're going to be on about 15 minutes. So we'll do a quick overview of Normandy before while we're waiting for the rest to happen. So this is Normandy now. We're going to have a look at. Still blown there. That's a bit of a blow, man. Let's get up high. Normandy is a very big map. 4 bases. Got the C and the D up there, the B in the middle, and the A down here. Normally, what you do get, you normally get a tank coming up here to spot. And what I've seen in some tournaments is some clans like to get their heavies, especially the all-down ones, along this ridge, and sometimes aggressively pushing over the ridge to put pressure on. Sometimes you get the C-cap being taken and then a push round. That's normally what happens in random games. Not always the same methodology in tournaments, however. In tournaments, you normally get quite a lot of action around the middle-ish area here between the B, the D, and the C-cap. You do get things going down to the A-cap, but it's normally a light tank and it's normally not en masse. Reason being, it's only 1 cap and it's out of the loop. If you send all your tanks down there, then these 2 caps here can be taken and put you under a lot of cap pressure. We don't normally see TDs on this map in tournaments, but we will see. We will see. So that's what Normandy is going to be looking like. The game after that will be on Mayan. Mayan Ruins is always an interesting map as well. Let's get up high and see about this one. So Mayan Ruins, well, we've got the C cap there, the A cap, and then the B cap. What we generally see on Mayan is some clans like to stick a heavy tank into that B cap with support from some super heavies coming around here and looking to try and get into the A cap over there. But we'll see. We will see. They normally send lights and mediums down to the C cap. Very rarely send the heavies down here. The reason being is because most of the action happens around this area. It happens between the B cap and the A cap. That's where the most cover is. And we do get some action down this side of the map, but not much. It depends. It's normally all around here, either way. Anyway, we will see what happens as when we get into it, if we get into it. And we should be able to see now the standings. I don't think my clan Vale have made it through. I think they probably gave EG a good going, but I think it's going to be a tricky one. Let's have a look at endgame here. No, they're still playing, so it's gone to a decider. It is gone to a decider. So it's an interesting one. We've got plenty of time, so what I'm going to do now is somebody did send me, I think, a nice replay somewhere. Gotta find it. I've got to find it. There we go. So this is excess going out in 405 FV. So I'm going to just drop me out so you don't get to see me, because you don't want to see me. You want to see that. This is a beautiful little tank in tier 8, I must admit. I do like it. It is very nice. But we'll see. But we'll see. Unfortunately, guys, there are no stream rewards. Stream rewards are only given by Wargaming, not the streamers. So if Wargaming are listing the stream to be watched in their portal, meaning you have to log onto their portal, then there are rewards. But on the grounds that if you go into the portal, it flicks you onto YouTube, there are no rewards. The only reward you're going to get is my laid back and friendly attitude, along with some of the top players on EU showing you some amazing Clan Wars gameplay. That's it. The only reward you're going to get. But what more do you need? I mean, those are great rewards. Let's be honest. Well, I think they're great rewards, even if somebody else doesn't. Excess here, giving people a bit of a hard time. Already doshed out 1,000 damage. As I said, yeah, I mean, obviously it's always, you know, shocking to see Raid go out early doors, but it is PYS number 1. They've got plenty of other PYSs to consolidate. They've got plenty of time. PYS number 2 starts tomorrow, so they'll be consolidating, reevaluating, and coming back. You tend to find that some of the big clans like Raid grow through the tournament rather than straight off the bat. So it's not the end of the world, you know. It's not the end of the world. We do have, don't forget, other streams going with Wild Ones Helper following A1N1 and through the bracket, and Every Good Name is Taken following End Game and through the bracket. So it's not just me streaming. We are still going through the bracket, however, even though we were following Raid, we are going through the bracket in any event. So we will be following everybody we can, giving you the action in the entire bracket. It's okay. However, I don't know who we've got now. We may have IW. I don't know. I don't know who we'll be following next. We'll just be going through the bracket. So it's like a lucky dip. After this game, we'll go back in, see if Endgame turned over my clan or if my clan turned over Endgame. Well, going back to that IW Raid matchup there, I mean, to be fair, IW played it nicely. They did play it nicely. You can't fault IW for their strategy there. They were cool, they were calm, and they were collected. Their focus fire was very good, and they were able to hold their own. Simple as that. It wasn't that Raid did anything wrong. It was more that Raid were just outplayed. And that was a great mastery there for XS. So let's go and see what happened between Vale and Endgame. Still going? They can't still be going. Vale beat Endgame. Hang on, I forgot my... Vale beat Endgame. Vale beat Endgame. My clan beat Endgame. Wow! Wow, 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 wow. They are going to be over the moon. Oof. Oof, 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 oof. Oof, oof, oof. So, two shocks tonight. Raid, losing to IW, outplayed by IW, and more importantly, Vale, my team, my clan, turning over Endgame. That is massive. Massive, I tell you. Massive. I mean, that deserves a sup of coffee. Oh yeah. So, who are Vale facing next is the question. Viva la Vale. Sorry for the crap singing. I'm absolutely sorry. They have got Orecum, Deborah, next on Normandy, Mayan Ruins after turning over Endgame. Shock. But it is PYS number 1, as I tell everybody, so... Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Loving that. I am loving that. I am loving that. I am absolutely loving that. I mean, the guys have been working hard, to be fair. They've been training hard. They've been, you know, there's been a lot of blood, sweat, tears, broken iPads, broken tablets. And wowzers. It's been great. Darius, how are you? Well played, IW. Ooh, however, I'm going to find out if So poor old Every is saying that we're both out, but I think we go through the bracket. I think we do. I think we do. I think we follow through the bracket, but I'm not sure. Although a tournament room has not popped up, so on the grounds that nope, just got it. I'm following Quick and IW. Just let him know. Ooh, because Every was following Endgame, you see. Now I was following Raid, so Every thinking that we're both sort of, our streams are finishing prematurely, which is not the case. It's not the case. So that was interesting. That is interesting. So anyway, we are following through the tournament bracket as we saw there. We have still got IW. We're still going to be following IW here. So here we go. We have IW on the north spawn and Quick on the south spawn. Teams have still got over 3 minutes, so we've got some time. And what I might do, I may drop my clan a message to see if we can have a chat with them after the game. Which is what I'd like to do. Keep pressing the wrong button. Excuse me a moment. So there we go. Oof. We are now, Simon, we're streaming the wrong teams because it's just the way it works. So the teams have readied up. We have Striker in the TVP. I don't know Quick that well, so I have to familiarise myself. We have, I'm going to say Bo because I'm really awful at pronunciation and you have to tell me how to say these guys. We have Bo in a Clan Wagon. We have Crample in a Clan Wagon, Raider in an E5, Cedric in a Clan Wagon, Atlantis in an E5, and Kauratal in a TVP. Moving over to IW, we have the Second Animal in a Clan Wagon, the Mad Orange Jesus dude in a Clan, the Penetration dude in an E5, the Lucy Boosie in an E5, Watchback in an E5, Delirium in a 215B, Money in a Leo 1. So, a bit of a shake-up on the meta here. That is interesting. That is interesting with the meta shake-up. We will see. It's going to be an interesting one, guys. It's going to be an interesting round. It's going to be interesting indeed. As we follow through the bracket. So just over a minute to go. Here on Normandy, as I said, it's a big map. Those 4 bases, it's a big map. A lot of map to get around. A lot of haul down tanks going there, although that Leo is going to be nice and quick around the map. Surprised they've taken a Leo rather than a Vickers, but the Leo's gun is seriously good, as we know. Moving over to Quick. TVP's great little tank. Great mobility. Obviously, when it's got a full magazine, it's really, really nasty. But once it's unloaded, and don't forget they've got 3 Kranwagens as well, that can be a downer. That can be a downer. I mean, the DPM sort of goes down rapidly. Whereas 4 E5s, a 215B and a Leo, that's a lot of DPM that can be churned out a lot quicker than the TVPs. So anyway, we'll see how it goes. Best of luck to both teams here. All they can do is their best. Waiting for the countdown to count down. Don't forget, it's pretty difficult for me to interact with you guys because there is a stream delay. Anyway, let's get up to the back of the map straight away and see where the teams are going. Well, we've got... Basically here we've got Quick moving towards both the middle area, which is the B cap, and the C cap. Trying to get those heavies into that C cap area with the TVP going down and another TVP just over watching. Moving down to IW, well, we can see what IW are doing. Money in the Leo 1 is just hanging back. The Lucy Boosey dude is just hanging back as well off the middle ridge. Trying to get those spots with the rest of the team dropping into the D cap. C cap has been taken first, however, by Quick. So it looks like there's going to be action at the top end of the map. Caratal in the TVP of Quick is moving round, so we're going to rotate up here. Delirium has stuck himself right in the back of the map where you normally get TDs in random mode. It's an interesting position. Well, let's rotate round and then get to this side and see what the teams are going to do. Are they going to rotate round and push through, or are they just going to take defensive positions at this stage, wait for the timer to move down? I mean, we're looking at the moment we've got Streichel just in the TVP out of the match. Moving around to the other side, well, we've got Money in the Leo in a similar position, again out of the match at the moment. Although if you have a look here, we got IW sort of rotating towards their spawn, whereas Quick just holding back on their Kranwagens. Atlantis and Raider here in the E5s. Raider getting smacked. That's coming from Delirium in the 215B. So you can see there the way the teams are stacking up here. That the Kranwagen's just holding back for Quick. The E5's just covering that C-cap. Pampalin is Kranwagen looking there. The Lucy Boosey dude is trying to jump into the A-cap. That will prompt the TVP to get a move. Can they reset it? Krampal is looking to give it a go. TVP nowhere near. And again, nowhere near. He's going to get the A-cap. And he does. That's prompted a bit of movement from Quick. They're going to push down, but they didn't realise there were 2 E5s there. So TVP is going to be out of ammunition soon. He's just shot one. Kranwagen's got his ammunition. Now they've got support coming in. I'm keeping an eye on the top half of the map at the same time. You can see here Money and the Leo now kicking into action. And Quick are bleeding. They are being bled here. Krampal is out. And down he goes. Big roll. I don't know if it was an ammo rack. I don't think it was just a massive roll. Well, it could have been an ammo rack. The Lucy Boosey dude now is being pushed by Cedric. And down he goes. But at the same time, Watchback is putting Caratal under pressure here in the TVP. Caratal's got one shot left. Atlantis is rotating in. So is Streichel. And Caratal survives, but so does Watchback. Unfortunately, Bo doesn't. Bo went down. Oh, that's a big roll into the Lucy Boosey dude. Down they go. So both teams losing out, but cap points are in advantage here. Cedric is going to go down here. Cedric will not survive. Down he goes. So, but Mad Orange Jesus is also down. It all depends what happens here between Money and Raider. Caratal is a one-shot. Raider really harrying the Leo 1 there. And you can see that Penetrator Dude and Atlantis are tussling. And Raider coming down to help out with the Penetration Dude. But the Penetrator Dude, money on his tail all the way down. It's now an advantage to IW, but only just. Oh no, it's 2 against 3. It's now 1 against 3, and the one that's left is effectively a one-shot. But that's a bounce. And down he goes. IW really, really making it look good there. Looked like Quick were going to sort of turn it, but no, IW were able to put the pressure on. Really good stuff. Great move into the A-cap, forcing those TVPs to move. Great support there by Money in the Leo, dishing out almost 5k. That is absolutely brilliant stuff. So congratulations to IW. They've got 1 foot into the quarterfinals here. So swapping those spawn points now on Normandy. We have Quick on the north spawn, IW on the south spawn. For Quick, we have Striker in a Crown Wagon, Bow in a Crown Wagon, Krampal in a Crown Wagon, Raider in an E5, Cedric in an IS4, Atlantis in a E5, and Caratal in a Crown Wagon, potentially. IS4, they changed. Bow may be looking to change his Crown Wagon too. As I said, I mean, their meta selection last game, it's great having Crown Wagons and TVPs, but once they've expended their ammunition, they are very, very vulnerable. Moving over to IW, well, we have Second Animal in a Crown Wagon, Madar and Jesus in a Crown Wagon, the Penetrator Dude in an E5, the Lucy Boosey Dude in an E5, Watchback in an E5, Delirium T22, and Money in a Leo 1. Well, it's all moving and moving and moving. It's all moving around. Although, not much change, no change in the meta selection that I can, apart from the T20, the 215B being dropped out, and an additional Crown Wagon coming in. Not much change in the meta selection for IW. So, are Quick going to be able to turn this around, or are IW just on a charge? Looking at the hit points, well, Quick have got the advantage on the hit point pool there by about 1,000 hit points, which is quite nice. It's a good safety blanket, but it doesn't really make much of a difference at this level of the game. When you start getting to the 1,500 mark, then it does. So getting up high to the back of the map, see where the teams are going this time. While at the moment we seem to have movement towards the D cap for Quick. Krampal in the Crown Wagon going to take Overwatch on the A cap and potentially the B cap, but the majority of Quick moving to the D cap. Moving over the map, rotating round, we have Money in the Leo 1 taking a similar position to what was taken by the 215B on the last map. Delirium in the T22 going down to where Money was on the last map. The E5's capping out, and the majority of the heavies, as you can see, in the middle area of the map. So we got the Crown Wagons. We got the Crown Wagons just bunkering down there. The Penetrator Dude is looking at the A cap. So it's a similar strat, but in reverse is what IW are looking at. Quick. Well, they need to be mindful of that. This time they don't have the TVPs, so they've got better DPM, so to speak. I'm going to rotate round because it looks like that IW are waiting for them to push. A-cap again is being taken, trying to force the hand of Quick. Good move by Penetrator Dude. He has got cover, although it sometimes doesn't feel that way. He manages to cap without losing any HP, which is fantastic for him. That is now going to put Quick under pressure. As you can see, the way Quick are lined up here. Well, we've got they're looking for a penetration, I think, through to the C cap. That is their game plan by looks on it. And it is their move. They are pushing towards the C cap. They may be going too early here. The E5s of IW are able to... I mean, the Leo is spotting them up. The E5s are unspotted. So this could be a premature move by Quick. Playing into the hands of IW. Krampal in the Crown Wagon has now moved off his perch. Cedric looking to try and get into that B cap, but he's very isolated. Very, very isolated indeed. Now here comes the push to C. Those E5s are going to be spurned into action very shortly. The Crown Wagons are there to get the cross shots. This may not go down well for Quick. As you can see, Bo is being smacked. So it may not go according to their plan. They are going to be able to cap out, though, by looks on it, because they've got 2 in the cap. Mad Orange Jesus dude there. Oh, and down goes the second animal. But at the same time, down goes Striker. So it's Kranwagen for Kranwagen. And the points are in favour of IW at the moment. But there are plenty of caps. Atlantis may go down here. He is now tentatively hanging on. He's what, 44 hit points. That was a low roll, leaving him on 44. Down he goes. Now they're going to try and finish off Bo here in the IS4. And Bo is being surrounded. Watchback is getting a bit of a smacking, but Bo goes down. Now Delirium in the 22 pushes round onto Raider and to Caratal. He has got support. Raider goes down. Caratal is now the focus. IW have got this one firmly in the bag, I think, despite the fact that the points are in favour. Were in favour of Quick. Penetrator Dude doing his best here to hang on and keep these 2 occupied. But it's now 2 against too many. IW are going to take this one unbelievably. I thought it was just a premature push by Quick. IW were waiting for it. You could see that from the way they lined up. But Campral here being pushed by 2. He's got the Mad and Jesus dude and Lucy Boosie. Krampal's going to go down. Cedric is going to be the last man standing, which he is. But he's going to go down here to Delirium, I think. No, Delirium leaves him on next to nothing. And Money finishes him off in the Leo. Great stuff by IW. Really impressive. Can't knock that. They've outplayed Raid. They've now outplayed Quick. When we look at what was dished out there, you can see again this time the Lucy Boosie do 4,278 damage knocked out. Money again over 4k in that Leo. So really good stuff. Congratulations to IW. Commiserations to Quick. But it was entertaining to watch. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Moving down, let's have a see what's going on in the groupings. Well, we know that IW are through, so we can have a look at the matches, what they've got. They're going out against APA on Fort Despair and Port Bay in about 20 minutes. So let's get in there and have a look at those maps. Bear with me. So, it's just quick, and then we do the flyover straight after that.
Let's get this show on the road.
And the other one was Fort Despair. Which was first though? I can't remember. I can't even remember which one was first. Was it Port Bay first, then Fort Despair? I think so. I'll just pop back out and pop back in. Easiest way of doing it. Da, 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 da. I don't know the maps in advance, that's why I had to do this now. I mean, I do know the maps I know some of the other maps, but not this one. So was it Fort Despair, was it Port Bay and Port Bay, followed by Fort Despair as a decider? I think it was, wasn't it? So we've got IW here. Oh, it's Fort Despair, and then Port Bay. So Vale are through as well to the quarterfinals. Turning over Reckham, they have got A1N1. So again, my guys pushing ahead. So let's go into Fort Despair. This is the one that comes up first.
Let's go.
Now Fort Despair is always an interesting map. You get some clans from both spawns pushing out mediums and lights to this corner. Not all the time, sometimes trying to push out to this corner. Use the cover of this rock and the positioning there, and from the alternative, the positioning there. That way they can get a view on seeing who's going up the ramps. We do see on occasion lights and or mediums, especially of Vickers, getting up to this view, trying to get those spots as they translate across that side of the map, and also spotting anything going that way. And it's mirrored on the other side. We sometimes have a mouse or even an E100 parking itself around here. That way they're not going to get cross shots from the C cap. And when we move down to the other position, it's almost a mirror, and they normally park around here, side scraping off this. That way they can reset the B cap without getting smacked from that area. We also have teams on occasion sticking tanks into these positions here, trying to get those spots of anything going sillily into through the middle there. Sometimes the Mauser and E100 will go through, as you can see. And alternatively, on the other side of the map, well, they also have positions that they can put into too, to also see any movement of those big lumbering super heavies going through. Sometimes you have a heavy tank coming in, trying to fast cap that C cap and then rotate out, get behind this wall, get here, side scrape off it, and see what was happening. Same on the other side, and it all depends. I mean, generally on Fort Despair, depending on the strat being used, we normally have a brawl around this area, but only time will tell. Let's move quickly into Port Bay, so we can see Port Bay. Port Bay is played differently in the tournaments to as it is in the random gameplay. In the randoms, you're normally getting your mediums across that river. In tournaments, that's not normally a thing. From this spawn, some clans like to put like a cran wagon or something along those lines here, just to cover that C cap. They also like, on occasion, if they're not doing a C strat, sending a light or a medium here, trying to get those spots, see if there's anything there to rotate back out. On occasion, clans do a C strat, and you may get a tank going that side either way. But the majority of clans like to go for the A cap and the B cap. Sometimes they have a mouse and they will normally stick it around this building here, side scraping off it, making sure that they can reset that beam, they get shots down. Same on the other side, trying to get down onto this route. Again, with a super heavy, like a Mouse Runner 100, trying to make sure that they can push reset that positioning. Alternatively, we get clans sending their tanks into this area from this spawn. They use the cover, try to get to at least here with this building and these containers. Not necessarily taking the C cap, but to make sure it's protected. And some clans like to stick a tank into this corner when they come from the other side. That way they can reset and get some good cover. Normally they hold back some tanks into this area here, just in case, because if you can get here and stay hauled down, you get shots into back cap and you can support any super heavy you have down there. But again, you never know what strats they're going to pull out of the bag. But that's a general overview of Port Bay, and as you can see, the clans generally play these maps differently in tournaments than what you would generally see in normal gameplay. So let's see if we can get another replay up and running. Unfortunately, I don't have many replays because there was a reset, of course. But we may have a few, so let's have a look. Here we go. We've got a T-54. I'm going to drop the webcam off again. Let the replay do the talking, basically. I do like the T54, to be fair. It's nice. It's a nice tank. A lot of people don't rate it. I do. I think it's fantastic. More importantly, tier 9. Very balanced. It's a very balanced tier. It's tier 9. Well, I think it is. Unfortunately, my microphone picks up all the pounding of the keys, so yeah, I apologise for that, but can't do much about it. Fat fingers, I think that's the technical term, not sure though. Lovely. Sorry, I'm supping coffee at the same time. Oh, dear me. Well, I think it's fair to say that it's been a night of nights, or a day of days, as they say. What with Endgame going out, Raid going down, that was not predicted. That really was not predicted. But fantastic stuff by IW and fantastic stuff from Vale. Of course I'm saying that because I'm biased. I'm in Vale. But wowzers. I'm still impressed. I am still impressed. Just goes to show that hard work does help. And it also shows that Endgame are not invincible. Or not as invincible as people think they are. They are still, however, the team to beat. I mean, they are incredibly strong. Incredibly strong. We've got about 10 minutes to go. So after this, we'll go through the chart again. See who's through, see if any more upsets have happened. Because you just never know. You just never know, because upsets do happen all the time. I mean, we had Loka not progress into this round today. That's an upset. Immo, I don't think progressed to this round today. That's another upset. So there are upsets. And then, of course, Raid didn't progress. Endgame have not progressed. So these are upsets as well. And this is why I love the tournament season. Because we're now seeing more competition. We're now seeing clans being more competitive, challenging the status quo, and it's fantastic to watch. And those of you who are into clan wars and have been, you know, taking in looking at the clan, in looking at and following clan wars seriously, you know what I mean. I mean, the status quo has been the top 4 is Raid, the top 4 is Loka, the top 4 is Endgame. And, you know, those are 3 clans that have not progressed. Loka didn't get into today, I don't think. And Endgame and Raid are not progressing through today. So it is a bit of an upset in the status quo. And whilst I don't wish any clan, I don't wish them all to win, but they can't. There can only be one winner. It's fantastic to see the big boys being sort of knocked down a little bit. I mean, it's certainly great for the overall scene. I think it is anyway. You may not agree with me. You may not agree with me. And that's a great game by Raptor. A great game indeed. Really good. Fantastic little M in the T54. So let's have a look at the groupings now. Let's have a look at the standings. So, we will have Fu4, A1N1, BPS, IW, Serenity, APA, and Vale. So looking at Fu4, who did they play to get here? Well, they played POG. They first played KV4, beat KV4, went on to play POG, turned over POG. Now they're playing BPS. Which BPS team is this? This is the other BPS clan, basically a rebranded of Akva. Moving down, A1N1. Well, who did they go out against? Well, they went out against Phoenix first, and they beat Phoenix. Then against TFCZ, beat TFCZ, and they will face Vale next. A1N1, full of lots of very good players. Moving down, well, we have BPS. They're playing Fu4, as we know. IW, well, they are up against APA. So this is APA's main team, I believe. Yep, there's Yennefer and RA1D. Serenity, they're also going in with, they'll be facing S4W. So S4W is back down here. So it looks like this BPS, this is the original BPS. They lost to the new BPS. No, that was just, yeah, they lost to the new BPS. So they initially beat Sparta. So there we go. That's what we're looking at. We're just waiting for the invite. It should be coming through any moment soon, so I can't really move from here. My provisions. That's my provisions. It's not my consumables. In my provisions, yeah, I always carry 2 times food because I want the crew to work harder, a lot harder. I'm not too fussed about other things, to be honest with you. So we are going out with APA against IW on Fort Despair. I'm just going to drop out. We'll drop out until the 3-minute mark. Oh, webcam missing. Always do that. There we go. Back again. Hello. Yeah, I always have, on certain tanks, I want the crews to be at their maximum. I want to increase those crew skills on the provisions, to be honest with you. I'm not too fussed about certain things like improved fuel, etc., etc. I didn't know that heroin. H1Z1 equals A1N1. Oh, well, it kind of makes sense when you look at it logically. So there we go. So this is the quarterfinals, I believe. Is it the quarterfinals? I think it is. So let's have a look. Yeah, this is the quarterfinals. So the teams will be looking to progress to the semi-finals and then obviously the finals. Yeah, it kind of works that way. Guys, I can't tune. Sorry, I can't tune. I'm in the middle of a stream, but thank you anyway for the invites for the tunes. All right, we're going to jump into the room now. APA, they always take a while to turn up, to be fair. So IW up against APA. IW will be buoyed up. I live in that part of the world though, heroin. So as I was saying, IW will be buoyed up. They didn't lose a game against RA1D. They haven't lost a game against Quick. They've been quite dominant tonight, outplaying both their opponents. So, you know, they are going to be confident. They are going to be feeling very positive, and I don't blame them. I mean, they've had a fantastic evening so far. APA, well, APA are APA. They're seasoned veterans, always in the top 8. So, you know, this is sort of normal stuff for them. They've been here many, many times. They've got a lot of experience in there, and they keep changing their names, which is annoying. So who's this? This is Wisner, RA1D, Lightbulb, Manfac. I still don't know how to pronounce Oscillo, and The Witcher, and KD. I know KD, and of course we have Yennefer. So they will be going out APA on the north spawn with IW on the south spawn. Neither team is readied up yet, but we have got plenty of time. We've still got over 2 minutes. So it's not like they're on the back foot time-wise. They're not that constrained. But IW are eager. Second animal in a Kranwagen, the Mad Orange Jesus in a Kranwagen, Old School Dude in a Mouse, the Penetrator Dude in an IS-4, Watchback in a Mouse, Delirium in an IS-4, and Money in a WZ-113. So 2 mouses there. That can only be going one place, and we all know where that is. Moving over to APA, well, we have Yennefer in an E100, Wisner in a Kranwagen, Ernstned in a Mouse, Lightbulb in a Kranwagen, Oslo in a VK90, KD in an IS-4, and the Witcher in a Kranwagen. So E100 there making a showing for APA along with the Mouse and the VK90, 3 super heavies, 2 mouses for IW. So we're probably going to see some action either around that B cap area that we had a look at when we did the flyover, or at the very least around the C cap area. Normally around the B cap area, to be fair, but we'll see. Time will tell. We've got just over half a minute to go. As I say, APA is seasoned veterans at this level of the game. They've consistently been top 8. IW, however, don't knock the confidence of winning, because they will be feeling really, really comfy at the moment. They'll be on top of the world, and I don't blame them. They've turned over RA1D, which is a damn good team. Anyway, enough chat about what's happened in the past. Let's look at what's going on in the present. Here we go, quarterfinals, Fort Despair, APA against IW. Hit points, well, it's favouring APA, mainly because they've got 3 super heavies. But again, it's not that much in it because the 2 mouses are counteracting over there. Let's get up high into the back and see where the teams are going to be running to. Well, it looks like it's going to be a C-strat for APA. Yennefer in the E100, however, is moving towards the B-cap area. As for IW, well, they are doing the A and B strat that we sort of predicted in the flyover. We didn't predict the C strat, but we did sort of cover it. As you can see, we've got Delirium in the Penetrator Dude coming out to this corner, as was predicted in the Kranwagens going up to the ramp, as predicted. APA will get an early cap advantage, however, they will drop into that C cap, and they will get that. So what we're going to do, we're going to move down towards the middle area of the map, park our backsides around here. That way we can see what APA are looking to do along with what IW are looking to do. IW are going to take their 2 mooses and drop them into the B cap. Make sure that they get that cap. Now, as we can see here, cap points still in favour of APA, but there's a long way to go yet. Yennefer telling the team that they need to have attention to Sector 7. Old School Dude had a bit of a smack there. They're now going to cover the A cap APA, and that's what Yennefer is calling for. That's why you have the Witcher and Wisner also there, making sure that it is covered. As you can see, shots going across, knocking down a tree. But at the same token, Money is also trying to put shots across. APA down in the C-cap, maybe looking to rotate around and try and get round to the flank, pushing onto these 2 mouses, but that would not come anytime soon. That would be a lot later, not now. Money sticking his nose out and being a WZ, getting punished for it by Yennefer in the E100, but he gets away with that. I think it was an H8E roll. Penetrator Dude is looking to put a bit of pressure on over here. So we'll follow him for a little bit. And Z is telling them to push. Now, with the Penetrator Dude coming around here to put a little bit of pressure on, this may let's get a bit higher so we can see what's going on the other side. May prompt IW to try and take the A cap. Yes, they are. With Yennefer keeping his head down and the Witcher keeping his head down. Now we've got the heavies rotating towards the middle, trying to push onto the mouses. Second animal's there, so is Mad RNGesus. Let's get around this side so at least we can see what's going down. The mouses are covering here, trying to get the cross shots in from the second animal in the Kranvagen, who's doing sterling work here, giving KD a real hard time in the IS-4. Penetrator dude really far forward, keeping Yennefer's head down. IW have got the cap. Now Watchback is able to push onto the IS-4, use his hit points to be a bully, and that's exactly what he's doing. Points are now going to go in the favour of IW, and you can see APA are being bled. The Kranvagens, along with the IS-4 Delirium, just holding back here. Penetrator dude is really far forward. He's lost a shed load of hit points now, though, and he's going to go down, and down he does go. So it's all about what's going on here. We've got the VK90, Oslo coming round, trying to put shots into the second animal. APA, however, are down on caps, despite the fact they're up on tanks. KD is looking worse for wear. Can Watchback get the shot into the rear and take him out of the game? No. Yes, he's down. So, but second animal is also down. Great stuff by Oslo there in the VK90. Visner jumping into that B cap. Delirium and the IS-4 going down. APA really showing their strength here and flexing nicely. Down goes RNGesus dude. This is not looking good for IW. They do take down KD and the Witcher though, but it's going to be two. The mouse of the old school dude is going to go down here. NZ tries to smack him, but he gets taken out by the VK. Down goes Visner. It's 2 against too many. Even with a mouse, Money can't do too much here. It's going to go to APA. They've got it on the points in any event. That is very nice. Now, unfortunately, Trigger, I can't do much about it. To be fair, if it's out of sync, it's out of sync. The only thing I can do is restart. I'm not going to restart in the middle of a tournament, but I'm aware of that. Anyway, Yennefer doing sterling work there. Money again churning out a shed load of damage, just not able to stem the flow. Probably too much of an early push by IW. Great stuff by Penetrator dude, but put himself out in an awkward situation, allowing those Kranvagens to eventually turn their guns onto him and take him down quite easily. The mouse is pushing into tanks, taking them down, using their hit points. But with the freeing up of Yennefer, it was very one-sided. So congratulations to APA. IW, however, probably aren't going to take that lying down. They're probably going to come back and try and do a bit more smacking. APA, however, as I said, vastly experienced. Top 4 clan, top 8 clan, always been in the top 8 for the last few tours. So they've got to bring in a lot of experience. IW have read it up first. They are now on the Northspawn. We have second animal in the Kranvagen, Mad RNGesus in a Kranvagen, Old School in a mouse, Penetrator dude in an IS-4, the Lucy Boosie in a VK72, interesting call, Watchback in an E5, Money in an IS-4. Moving over to APA, they are on the South Spawn. We have Yennefer in a Kranvagen, Visner in an IS-4, NZ in a Kranvagen, Lightbulb in a Kranvagen, Oslo in a mouse, KD in the IS-4, and the Witcher in a mouse. So double mouse strat, pretty similar sort of meta to what we saw IW take. And IW taking pretty similar meta to what we saw APA take, apart from they haven't got the E100 there. They've brought in an E5 instead of a super heavy. But pretty similar, so chances are we're going to have similar strats to what we've just seen, just in reverse. But anyway, let's get up high into the back of the map. And let's actually go over to the A-cap area and try and see a bigger area view of both the clans as they get into their positions. So as you can see here, what we've got, we've got a bit of movement towards the C cap from IW. We do have movement towards the C cap with an Overwatch from NZ in his Kranwagen. But the majority of APA moving to A and B. We have Visner here and KD in the IS4s doing pretty much what IW did last time. The mouse there of the Witcher getting a bit of a smacking, much like the mouse did in the last game. And you've got Watchback and Penetrator Dude just holding back. This time, where Yennefer was in the E100 is Witchback. The Kranwagen is currently being held by Penetrator Dude. We saw a Kranwagen last time. The mouses of APA jumping into that B cap area, making sure they get that cap. But at the moment, it's APA who are being bled, and they are down on cap points. Can they take that A cap? Well, probably not. Not at the moment. There's Watchback and Penetrator Dude. They are there for a reason. They have not been spotted. Penetrator Dude's in a good position not to be spotted. So at the moment, IW do have the advantage. They've got the most hit points. They're the ones who are not bleeding, and they've got the cap lead. Mad Iron Jesus Dude here in the Kranwagen in that position that we saw on the Overwatch. Just trying to get those spots with the second animal just sitting back slightly further, waiting to react if anything comes pushing around that corner. The Lucy Boosey Dude in the VK72 just holding on to the corner too, with Money in support at the back, along with Old School Dude in the mouse. Look at APA. Well, Visner is trying to rotate round, moving to the middle of the area, because this is where APA have consolidated the majority of their tanks. They're going to be looking to try and probably steal the A cap at some stage. The Witcher is going to try and move to the corner there. No, he just pulls back. The Lucy Boosey Dude is there. Can actually give him pretty much of a hard time if he gets around that corner, even though he's in a mouse. So we have Oslo here in the other mouse, just hold downing it at the moment, staying out of harm's way, ready to react if anything pushes onto the B cap, along with Lightbolt and Yennefer. Out towards the corner of the map, we still have KD in the IS4. So we have Visner trying to put shots in, puts a shot into the Old School Dude into a mouse. He is there covering that C cap. And AZ is trying to get shots in as well, trying to get round, but they've retreated back slightly. We will see a push eventually. It will come from APA more over than IW at this rate. And you can see that they're stacking up their tanks down onto this C cap area, which is probably the wisest move. They're probably going to go for a double strat, pushing KD into the A cap at the same time as they push towards the C cap. IW are predicting this. They are stacking up also to defend the C cap. What we're probably going to see is the two mouses try and come around that corner onto the VK at the same time as the push is coming through on the C cap, which is now starting, and at the same time as KD pushes towards the A cap area. And that's exactly what we're kind of seeing here. Now, IW have positioned their tanks nicely. Here comes APA. They're going to push right through. Visner is coming very well forward, trying to side scrape off there. Gets smacked for his troubles. Does a smacking back into Money. The Lucy Boosey Dude is coming around to try and help out. Mad Iron Jesus Penetrator Dude is in trouble because there are just tanks all over him. As you can see here, IW trying to push them back, but the Lucy Boosey Dude, worse for wear, he's not going to last that battle. Down he goes. Penetrator Dude as well, trying to get out of there. So they've lost a tank. Unzed needs to be taken down. Down he goes. The mouses of APA now kicking in, trying to push down onto the Mad Iron Jesus. It's a bit of a brawl in the middle. They're looking for Visner. Visner goes down. This is putting IW in a favourable position. Lightbulb is the next on the target list. Money is pushing down. Second Animal and the Old School Dude are also trying to get him out of the game. Mad Iron Jesus goes down, however, for IW. But APA have now taken the advantage. They have taken the advantage on the caps. They have taken the base advantage, on the base points. They're at 900 because Mad Iron Jesus went down. Penetrator Dude has gone down. The Lucy Boosey has gone down as well. Visner down. Ernazed down. We're watching here, trying to get rid of Yennefer, but Yennefer will probably take out Second Animal, and he does. Now come the mouses. They need to get rid of that tank, and it goes down, but At the moment, it's 3-on-3 and it's in favour of APA. APA take it on points. Really good stuff. Congratulations to APA. Commiserations to IW. They've played a stunning round this evening. But APA is just a bridge too far, or a game too far, or whatever you want to say, too far. But, wowzers. Fantastic to watch. And IW, certainly a clan to keep your eye on in Clan Wars, especially if they carry on playing like this. They will learn from that game, and we will see a different... We will see different things happening the next time, trust me. So, congratulations to both the clans, but massive congratulations to APA. They're into the day semi-final. IW, well, unfortunately they do not progress, but they've given us a massively entertaining evening. Looking at the rest of the tour, let's see if we've got any other results coming in. Well, we already know that APA are through. They will be facing BPS on Yukon and Alpenstadt. So BPS, they went out against Fu4, turned them over 2-0, facing up against APA. Moving down to my clan because I'm biased and I want to see how they're doing. They've just turned over A1N1 2-0. They will face Serenity in the semi-finals here today. So that's good stuff. What we're going to do, we're going to go to the over... Oh, I need to check what time it is. It should be in about 15 minutes, I think. Just need to make sure. 36. Yeah, it's about 20 minutes, so we got time. So let's get into that training room again. Have a look at these maps. We had Yukon, which always takes me by surprise that it's so far up because it's a newish map. So we have Yukon first. Stick it into Supremacy. Boom, boom, boom. Let's just let it play. And Alpenstadt was the other one, was it not? I believe. I can't remember. You see, I've lost my mind. Sorry. Just move forward a little bit. And then we can pop out. It's great having 3 clan nowadays. Because it allows you to do things like this. I normally would use Strat Sketch, but it doesn't work for me, unfortunately. Was it... what was it? It was Alpenstadt, I believe. Which is there. Let's grab that one. Apply it. Ready. Aim. Fire. There we go. Roll forward a little bit, then just turn ourselves out. Boom. Okay, so we'll drop the room now. So we will now be following APA, so we'll get to see them against the next opponent. So moving into Yukon, let's have a look at Yukon, see what we're potentially going to get on this. They generally play this differently to what you get in random battles, to be fair. So let's get up high. What you normally have, sometimes you get a light tank moving over to this area here. See if they can spot anything. If they can't, then they will try and do a sneaky cap there on the A cap. Sorry, the D cap. There's always going to be a fast cap on both the B and the C caps because they're the closest to the spawns. What we do tend to see is some clans taking their heavies around this area, sometimes through the middle area, trying to get those spots, and sometimes through this area, trying to get down to this A cap, trying to put pressure on from both sides of the map. And we normally get a brawl around, sometimes around this area, and sometimes around this area. Now in randoms, everybody seems to be going to the waterfall, but that generally doesn't happen in tournaments. In tournaments, it's generally normally around this area, around the A cap, with the cap advantage almost being even Stevens with the fast caps on B and C. So it'll be interesting to see how the teams play this one. You never know because they always use different strats. Moving over to Alpenstadt. Well, Alpenstadt again is a nice map. It's an interesting map. One that they play a majority of different modes. Let's get up high again. Now, sometimes they will send out a light tank. Generally, you see light tanks in random mode going to this part. Sometimes in tournaments, they go around, they sometimes send them around here, because then they can get the spots of anything coming across. And or alternatively, they get them to this position here to get the spots coming across. It's very rare that you have teams using TDs. They sometimes send a heavy tank, like a mouse or something, to sit on this ramp just to reset that B cap in the event that something happens. And on the alternative side, you normally get a heavy tank coming around, side scraping around this rock, just to prevent anything taking the B cap also. Generally on this map, there's a lot of action going down in this particular area around the C cap more. Why? Well, you can get good positions both sides of this this road, especially if you've got an E5 type tank. You can get nicely hauled down here, and you also get to put shots and pressure onto the B cap. It'll be interesting to see how they play it. Some teams do it that way. Some teams like to go for the A cap strat. So you just never ever know. The clans will always take you by surprise. They have multiple strats on the maps. So let's jump out, go and have a look at where we are in the table, because we should now have all the results through. Yep. So the semi-finals will be Vale against Serenity, APA against BPS, and it's the rebranding, as I said, of ACVA. Great team, led by Gaseo Jones here. They got Edwia, Commie, Evil Fantasy, Effalump, H2O, Ricky, Pramo Potens, H2O, Cleo, Ghosty, and Kuma from the north. Zerd is in there. You've just got to find him. APA we've already seen. Serenity, another good team, all called Peepoo nowadays. So we've got Peepoo Devil, Alpha, Spitfires, Peepoo Platoon. Sorry. Trotoniniet, Peepoo Angel, Days, Peepoo Dog, Kimmich, and Peepoo Jail. And they will be facing off against my clan, Vale, led by Elysium. Not showing, but they are led by Elysium. They will show eventually, maybe, hopefully. There we go. So we have Elysium, Star, Vermilo, Tustin Killer, Valrider, Yodi 12, Ego Chihai, Shappy, the Black Star, and Loro Y. That is the Vale team, and so far this evening they've been pretty darn hot. We've got 10 minutes, so let me find another replay, and let's go with Lone from the NA server of Void. Great little play. Good little player here in the E5 on Nube. Again, drop out this webcam so you don't get to see my ugly mug.
Time to roll out.
I do like the E5. It's not a great replay, I must admit. It's a bit jerky. That's the data file going into Wargaming's end. It's not at this end. I mean, in random mode, this is a great position to be in onto these ramps. I mean, you know, if you can get onto these ramps, you can really dominate and hold this map, to be honest with you. And it's a beautiful place to be. A lot of people don't go here. You'll see it a lot in the tournaments. In the tournament, the teams try to dominate this area. The reason being, you can get the cross shots as everybody goes across into the park, and that's always a really good thing to do. E5 is a beautiful tank. Okay, it is prone to ammo racks, but it is a lovely tank. Let's not kid ourselves. And, you know, this is why it's used in tournaments, because it's beautiful hull down, it's got a good reload. And as you can see, I have pretty much the same setup on my tank with reactive armor and the super duper charge and repair kit. I do not take the adrenaline for the faster reload. Don't need it on this tank. Same as the 215B, I don't take it on the 215B either. I drop the adrenaline for the faster reload. You can get away without the faster reload in both the E5 and the 215B, oddly enough. And you will see that quite a few of the pro players don't take the adrenaline boost on these tanks, allowing them to put on extra things like that reactive armor, etc., which is very useful. So we've got a great game coming up next. APA against BPS. It's the other BPS. So it's going to be interesting. It is going to be interesting. Oof. A big roll from the 57. Coming into the poor E5 there. Now the 57 is on his long reload and he's in a world of pain. The E5 will finish him off. This is why you don't need that adrenaline reload, because when you've got a reload time of just under 9 seconds in a heavy tank, you just don't need it, guys. To be honest with you. So now it's 3 against 2. He's going to push up on the AMX-30B more, I think. No, it's 2 on 2. The 30B is more dangerous, even though it has because of its mobility. That's what makes it more dangerous than the E3. The E3 obviously has better alpha damage, but the 30B has got a better reload. Obviously, turns out pretty good damage, and the E3 is down anyway. No, it's not. The E3 is not down. So he's doing the right thing here, pushing down onto the AMX-30B. It's a good move. He does play for Void, and I think he is a pro player, so he knows what he's doing, even though people are calling him a bot in a bit, I think. As you can see there, that's the danger of the 30B. Got a good reload time, good mobility, and he can stay away from that. Is it E3 or E4? I don't know what it is. I can't. Let's find out. Why am I noobing out like this? It's an E4. The E3's already gone down. So he's going to wait for the AMX. He's going to try and focus him. That's a great shot into the AMX. He's going to try and keep Hall down here, protect himself, put himself front on like that. Helps him out no end. He'll try and... Oh, here comes the E4. The E4's in a bad position there. He really can't put any shots on. And now the AMX is dropped off the map. That's going to concern the E5 a little bit here. Oh, there he is. Pops back up again. The AMX is doing the right thing, trying to drag him down into that E4. That's going to give him no choice but to now take on the E4, because the AMX is running around the map. He's down on caps. The E4 is in a great position, but his hull is exposed. And he used the wrong ammunition there. I think that was an HE roll into the E5's turret rather than an AP, which is where the majority of the damage comes from. He's going to be able to finish him off now. There you go. Great roll into that turret of the E4, taking him down. Just the AMX left. The AMX is taking the B cap, trying to win it on caps, clearly. E5 is down on caps. He's got to do something about it, and I wish he's only got 30 seconds left. It's going to be a close one, this. Oh, he misses the shot. He misses the shot. It's going to go down to the wire. Look at the seconds ticking away, but then the AMX makes a mistake. And it's all over with 7 seconds left to go. AMX could have won that, but he didn't. And only a first class, but a great game indeed. Fantastic stuff by Lone of Void on the NA server. We should have the invite. Yes, we have. Let's accept it. We've got 3.5 minutes to go. Let's ready up. So, this is Yukon. APA against BPS. APA on the north spawn, BPS on the south spawn. Neither team is readied up yet. We've got 3 odd minutes to go, so that's why. I don't know who else is streaming this one. We got 2 spectators there, H2O, Ricky and Pramo, and just me here at the moment. Here come the rest of APA. I'm just waiting to see who the other streamer is going to be. There's still 2 minutes, so I don't know who's following BPS. I think it was Wild One's helper. I'm not sure, to be honest. I think Every is going out with Vale, so BPS is readied up first. We have Giseo Jones in a Cran Wagon, Evil Fantasy in a Mouse, H2O Clio in a T22, Mac Ghosty in an E5, Edgar in an AMX 50B, Ethelump in an E5, and Kuma from the North in a T22. Moving over to APA, well, they've not readied up yet. It's going to be an interesting one here on Yukon. It's always a fun map, tournament-wise, trying to predict where they're going to go, what they're going to do, and how they're going to make use of that meta. A lot of experience in that BPS team. As I said, it is previously Aqua, and they've all got vast experience at the top level of the game, all pros, and they bring a lot of experience to that team. They really, really do. APA have faced them in one shape or form previously, so you know, they're not going to be too upset, but I'm expecting BPS to sort of pile on the pressure a little bit here against APA. APA are slowly readying up. I'm still waiting on Yennefer and a light bulb, but they'll ready up eventually when they finally have the time. Coming up close to the just over a minute mark, so we've still got plenty of time. I'm still trying to work out who the other streamer is, because I don't know who it is yet. Or is it only me streaming this one and the other streamers are jumping into the other side? I don't know. I just don't know. Maybe they're all streaming Serenity and Vale. Yennefer is now readied up. Just waiting on light bulb. There we go. So we have excuse me. Oh, I forgot the bloody webcam again. So we have Yennefer in a VK90, Visnar in a Kranwagen, Ernstned in a Mouse, light bulb in a Mouse, Oslo in a VK90, KD in an E5, and The Witcher in a Kranwagen. So that is how they're lining up with less than half a minute to go. It seems that the other streamers are streaming Vale against Serenity. Doesn't matter. Looks like we all get to stream the final. In some form or another. We will see. Anyway, here we go. On Yukon. Semi-finals here. PYS number 1. Final stage. So let's get up high into the back of the map as we usually do. Try and work out where they're going to go. And as you can see, there's going to be a B and an A strat here for APA. So we pretty much know where APA are going. What about the other BPS? Well, Ethelump not diving into that C cap. It's He's going to leave that for Evil Fantasy and Gaseo Jones, mainly for Evil Fantasy. They're dropping into the A cap, into the D cap, trying to get round the back here. And Fulham very far forward, trying to put pressure onto the B cap area. That is interesting. Now, I don't think they're going to be able to reset it. There are two mouses in there, but they've got. They're going to get the cap points. They will take the early cap advantage. Will BPS, and now it's up for APA to push. But look at this, Edgar moving fast and furiously round towards Lightbulb. Ghosty coming in, Cleo coming in, Effalump and Gaseo Jones also coming in, really putting pressure onto these mouses, or BPS. They've got Kuma from the north is one in the T22. Ernest now is looking worse for wear. He's in a mouse. He is really getting pummeled here. And down he goes. That is a blow for APA. I don't think they expected that. I certainly didn't. Now they're looking at Yennefer. Yennefer is in the VK90. And wowzers, this is aggressive stuff by... Wisner's going to go down. Visner is going to go down. Down goes Visner. And this is aggressive tactics here. Yennefer is not going to last much longer. Oslo coming in. Lightbulb trying to help out. Ghosty is trying to get the shots in, but Gaseo Jones comes around the back, takes out Yennefer. Effalump has gone down in the E5, but this is firmly in control of BPS. Down goes the other mouse of Lightbulb. Okay, there, KD taking out Ghosty, but it's 3 against 5. BPS out the blocks. It's really fast there, putting a lot of pressure down. 2 against too many. Witcher in a Kranwagen and KD in an E5 against far too many. Now it's just KD all alone, bless him. He ain't going to be able to do much about this. That is spectacular to watch. Really aggressive stuff from BPS. Completely catching APA off guard and dominating literally from the moment it said battle. Beautiful to watch. Massive kudos to BPS there. Massive kudos indeed. 19,844 damage knocked out compared to the 10,414. And I don't think the battle lasted that long. 2 minutes, 33 seconds. Wowzers. So we're going to switch those spawn points now here on Yukon. APA on the south spawn, BPS on the north spawn. APA will be wondering, are they going to be bum rushed again like that? Because that was brutal by BPS. BPS are eager. They've already read it up apart from Heffelump. Gaseo Jones in a Kranwagen. Evil Fantasy in a mouse. H2O Cleo in a back chat. Matt Ghosty in an E5. Edgar in an E5. Heffelump potentially in an E5. Kuma in a Kranwagen. Looking over to APA. Yennefer in an E100. Visner in an E5. Ernstned in a mouse. Lightbulb in a mouse. Oslo in a VK90. KD in an E5 and The Witcher in an E5. Still waiting on Effalump to decide whether or not he wants an E5, and he's decided no, he doesn't. He wants a Kranwagen, so he is now jumping into a Kranwagen. This is going to be an interesting game to watch, guys. Are they going to be equally as brutal? We don't know. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. I mean, that last game was brutal. I don't care who you are. That last game was brutal. BPS, oh, dearie me. I mean, that was just pure aggression. And that was what we saw with Aqua, by the way, when they were Aqua. They were equally as aggressive in their game style, in their play, and their strats. And they haven't disappointed so far in this semi-final here. So APA will be wondering, are they going to be doing much? Are they going to be sort of firefighting much like they did last time? They do have the hit point advantage, but it didn't really help them in the last game, let's be honest. So let's... is it going to be another take you to school scenario? Let's get up high into the back of the map. So APA this time heading towards the C and the A cap yet again. Moving over, rotating around the map here. I'm anticipating the bat chat of H2O Cleo dropping into the D cap again. He looks that way. No, he's avoiding it, trying to get those spots. Moving through the middle of the map. But look at the way BPS are just hightailing it to their positions. Again, trying to catch APA off guard and trying to put them under pressure. The Kranvagons of Effalump and Kuma into the middle area where the base would normally be in random mode, or in counter battle, sorry. Which are already losing HP. No HP lost whatsoever from BPS at this moment in time. BPS not as aggressive this time, but they're just bleeding out APA at the moment. You can see here that we've got the E5s and Yennefer in the E100 trying to come through the middle. Ernsned saying, let's attack in the mouse. And he's pushing along with Lightbulb in the mouse, trying to get to find out where those Kranvagons are. And they found them. So they're going to continue pushing onto them. Lightbulb, however, getting smacked from the other side there. Now we've got APA being aggressive, pushing through, trying to isolate these two Kranvagons of Kuma and Effalump, and doing a pretty successful job of it, to be honest with you. Poor old Effalump and Kuma are going to get surrounded here, but Ghosty, Edgar are coming round to support. Down goes Effalump, he's out the game. Kaseo Jones now trying to be spawned into action. Evil Fantasy and the mouse for BPS comes in, looking to take out Ernsned. Down he goes, one mouse down, Witcher on 23 hit points. They've got to get rid of Witcher, and that's H2O Cleo. He's waiting for his long reload, however. Yennefer and Edgar tussling. Oslo coming round to try and help out, but look at this, down goes the Witcher. Kuma has also gone down there, and down goes Ghosty. That'll be a blow for BPS. Cap points and hit and everything is in favour of APA at the moment, but KD is now is looking worse for wear, but so is Kaseo Jones. Kaseo Jones being harried here. Visner looking to get a shot in, gets a great shot in. Evil Fantasy looking to take down KD, but no he doesn't. Yes he does, but Kaseo Jones goes down, leaving Evil Fantasy in a very, very healthy mouse. H2O Cleo trying to put shots into Yennefer. Edgar here being harried by the VK90 of Oslo. Yennefer also coming in to help out. H2O Cleo in the back chat trying to move around. He's going to hook up with Evil Fantasy in the mouse and try and take on a Lightbulb. Edgar here is holding his own. He's not going down easily. Down goes Lightbulb. Now down eventually goes Edgar. Points are still in favour. So are hit points and so are guns on the battlefield. Evil Fantasy's got a lot to do and he's going to be looking for Yennefer. We're looking for the bat chat. Oh, he gets a great shot into Yennefer. Cleo is going to be loaded. Can he finish off Yennefer? Or is he going to run straight? No, he does. What a great clutch that was. That was a snapshot and a half. Now it's 2-on-2. And the points are still in favour of APA. But Evil Fantasy is being whittled down here. Cleo is on his long reload. Can he get the reload in? Down goes Evil Fantasy, leaving Cleo to do it all. He gets a good shot there into Visner. But he's now on a long reload. He's got to stay safe, and he doesn't. It will go to the decider. Great stuff that from both clans. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Look at Yennefer there, churning out. Look at Cleo. Almost 5k in that bat chat. Running around the map like a crazy thing. Really good move by APA, pushing onto the Kranvagons. But look at this valiant last stand between Evil Fantasy and Cleo. They almost pulled it off. Visner was a one-shot, but Oslo was very, very healthy as we take it into Alpenstadt. On this map, we will have APA on the south spawn, BPS on the north spawn. Unbelievable game that. I mean, that was tight. That was close. You're not going to get much better matches than that, guys. That was fantastic. APA look like they're going to be readying up first. We have Yennefer in a Progetto 65, Visner in an E5, Ernsned in a Progetto as well, Lightbulb in a Kranvagon, Oslo in a Mouse, KD in an E5, and the Witcher in an E5. Moving across to BPS, well, we have Kaseo Jones in a Kranvagon, Evil Fantasy in a Mouse, H2O Cleo now dropping into a T22, Mac Ghosty in an E5, Edgar in an E5, Ethelump in a Kranwagen, and Kuma also in a Kranwagen. This is winner takes it all. It is best of 3. This will decide who goes into today's final. Hello, Meadsy. How are you doing, fella? That was unbelievably close. Unbelievably close. I really thought that Cleo was going to steal that, but not to be. APA doing a valiant push right through the middle, really putting the pressure on the Kranwagens and putting BPS onto the back foot there. However, this is a new game, a new map. This is the decider. And as you can see there, this time BPS have the HP advantage over APA. So, what are we going to see here? Are we going to see more aggression from BPS? And are we going to see aggression from APA? Is it going to be aggression on aggression? Well, let's get up high and find out. Looking at the way APA so far are moving, they are heading toward the A cap area with probably Oslo in the mouse there overlooking the B cap. Moving around the map, we can see that BPS, well, they're all en route to the C cap. Gaseo Jones tailing off just to oversee that B cap. So C cap will be taken first, so BPS will get the advantage, and we will then get BPS probably bunkering down in the city. They're not going to care too much if they take the A cap APA. BPS here at this time, their aim now is to make sure they don't get the B cap, and possibly Oslo there is a bit isolated. They are going to move him out. Oh, there are shots coming in from Evil Fantasy though, from Lightbulb. Evil Fantasy just backing away a little bit. The A-cap will be taken, but APA will be on the back foot. Now we can see a rotation from BPS back through their spawn, led by Cleo in the T22 with Edgar just behind him, looking to pick up here on where NZ has been spotted. Cleo has also been spotted. So looking at the way the teams are pulling out here, we've got interesting positioning from APA. Mainly because they're unsure about what BPS are going to be doing. So they're trying to cover the B cap and trying to cover the flanks at the same time. That's why Visner is at the back here. Oslo is there to look at the B cap. Visner is there to look at the B cap. KD, the B cap. Lightbulb to support Oslo. The Progettos, Yennefer and NZ, is make sure that they don't get that flank. And the Witch are now rotating back along with Visner into the spawn. BPS, however, well, they're not moving anywhere just yet. They're just, as I said, bunkering down. But it does look like they are starting to bunch up a few tanks on this flank. Edgar and Cleo are here. Edgar's been spotted. Cleo's going to make a move. He's also been spotted. Yennefer has been spotted. They now know that there's a Progetto over there. Oslo and the mouse is pushing up. Evil Fantasy trying to push back. So Oslo dropping into the B cap, trying to get the advantage here. Ghosty reacting along with the Kranwagen of Ethelump, but they haven't reset that cap. APA will take the cap. Now, BPS are on the back foot. And look at APA pushing round. They are trying to take the fight to BPS. Visner leading the charge. The E5s, Visner, the Witcher and KD. Lightbulb in the Kranwagen. So this is what we're looking at. We are looking at a three-line whip effectively. E5s and a Kranwagen looking to push down with the Progettos and the mouse trying to flank round. But Gaseo Jones, Cleo, oh, they're going to double push. So look at the counter push here from BPS. This is massive. Visner goes down. They're now just going to carry on pushing. They don't care about the Progettos. They don't care about the mouse. They're just pushing down on the E5s. KD rapidly losing HP. Down he goes. Down he goes. Lightbulb desperately trying to back away. Witcher also rapidly losing HP. Down he goes. 3 tanks down in quick succession. Yes, okay. Ghosty goes down. Fantasy goes down and Cleo goes down. This is looking in favor of APA again here. They've got to consolidate BPS. Oslo doing great stuff in that mouse. Really, really harrowing. Effelump trying to get Inazad down. But look at this. The cap advantage has gone to APA. APA are going to take this. APA are going to go into today's final on bases. BPS are going to be disappointed. But wowzers. Great stuff there by APA. Really, really making sure that they were able to try and anticipate what was going down. What can I say about BPS? Maybe they bit off on more than they can chew with that push through. It looked like it was going to succeed, but the Progettos and the mouse coming in, doing a shed load of damage into the back of the E5s as they push down. Again, fantastic stuff from both clans. Congratulations to APA who make it through to today's final. Commiserations to BPS who do not. But this is PYS number 1. We've got 4 more to go. So let's see who is in to today's final. Is it Vale or is it Serenity? Oh, I don't want to watch. They're still playing, so we don't know. They're still playing. They're on their decider as well. They are on their decider as well. So, oh, let's go back. Sorry, my bad. They're still playing. So let's have a look at APA because they don't know who they're playing yet. Well, it's going to be Alpenstadt, Naval Frontier. We've already seen the flyovers for those maps, so we don't need to go through those again. I don't know if anybody's streaming the 3rd place playoff. They're still playing. I can't do a replay because I don't know who's streaming 3rd place. And we don't know who's going to be in 3rd place yet, so we've just got to hold fire a little bit, guys, until we've got the results through. People are sending me messages. Hello, hi Napoleon. Jocelyn of Serenity, hello. Premium player. Hey. We'll see. I don't know what's happening at the moment with that. We'll see. No, premium. No, you can't come in the call. You can't. No, sorry. I thought you meant no. You can't. I'm not on Discord. Because it's an official stream now, I can't just have people in on the call. I'm afraid. So looking at the chart, who is it going to be? Vale or Serenity? Vale or Serenity? I'm going to go with Vale. They're still playing. I can't do anything, guys. I can't show a replay. I can't do anything else at this moment in time until we know who is through. Until I know that, I can't show anything. Because basically what happens is with the as soon as we get the results of Vale in Serenity, 3rd place playoff is basically automatically listed. Oh, we should have a result. And it is going to be Serenity in the final against APA. Vale will play BPS for the 3rd place playoff. So, I don't know when the results are going to be. Oh, hang on, wrong button. Let me just quickly see the timings. So 3rd place will go out in about 6 minutes, whereas the final will go out in the same time. So we haven't got enough time to play a replay, so we just have to wait, I'm afraid. We just have to wait, I'm afraid, for the final. I don't know which we're going to get. Are we going to get the final or are we going to get 3rd place? I don't know. I just don't know. Ooh, tension. Unless, of course, I've got a 2-minute replay. Because we've got 6 minutes. No, we haven't got time. No, we have. We've got 10 minutes. What am I talking about? Oh, I'm such a muppet. So, one more replay. I've got to find one. I've got to find one. I've got to find one. I've got to find a replay, which hopefully won't be a long replay. If it's too long, I'm going to have to drop it, I'm afraid. But this is Moo going out in the AMX 5120. I'm going to drop my ugly mug off again. You don't need to see me. You never need to see me. So let's have a look at this. We've basically got 11 minutes, so we should have enough time to watch this replay and get through. And it also gives me a perfect opportunity to have comfort break, as they say. Okay, I'm back after that slight comfort break. I enjoyed that. That was some great matches. We've seen some fantastic games this evening. I'm not going to lie. It's if that's the opening, wow, we're set for a fantastic spring season, guys. We really, really are. If that's the level of gameplay we are seeing on the opening day, the opening round, sorry. Imagine what we're going to see throughout the rest of this season. It's going to be fantastic stuff. It's going to be fantastic. By the way, this replay is by by Moo, but in the YT chat his name is Simon Al. So this is his replay. Bless him. Interesting tank, the AMX. I must admit, not one of my faves. But it does get you to the 50B, which is one of my faves. Oof. What a night. What a night. BPS going down there to APA. Great stuff by APA. Equally good stuff by BPS, by the way. I mean, APA reacted nicely to the moves. I mean, that second game on Yukon, that was so close. So close indeed. Mm. So 8 minutes to go before we get to the next games. Oof. It's 2v2, and there's an AMX50B there, and an E100. It's poor little tier 9. Who so far has only dished out 500 damage. Can't be right. Must be right. Ooh. Oh, I'm not going to sing, Martin. That's just not right. That would. You know, I'd like to get subs, not lose subs. You know how difficult it is for me to get subscribers. Oof. If I start singing, it'd be easy. So easy for me to lose subscribers. Taking out the 50B. Now it's just the E100, 2,347 dished out. Here we go. That's a great, great tracking shot. I'm going to get it on the caps. 2,799 dished out here. Can he finish him off? Can he get that reload before the Sheridan finishes him? Sheridan is side on. Sheridan bounces. Still waiting. Oh, is he going to be able to get around the corner and put a nice roll? One shot him. Go on. No. And again. Get to that 3.5. Oh, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. It's like great little game that in the AMX. And a very well deserved ace indeed. Lovely stuff. Well done, Moo Moo. Right, let's see if we've got an invite. We haven't as of yet. It'll come anytime soon. It's not going to be much longer, so I can't actually show another game, unfortunately. There we go. Don't know who we've got. This is a lucky dip for me. We've got the final APA against Serenity. Wowzers. Oh, almost forgot my webcam again. Look. God, I'm such a muppet. Ta-da. Hello. I'm back. So. What's the scores on the doors? Is it going to be a night for APA or is it going to be a night for Serenity? Therein lies the question. Serenity, a very good team, beaming with experience, literally so much Clan Wars experience. Fantastic players. Well, we've seen APA in action tonight, and, you know, they are doing spectacularly well. They haven't really faltered. So, let's jump in. And we also have Every Good Name Is Taken here, and Wild Ones Alpha, so everybody's streaming this one. It's a mega stream. It's a shame that nobody went on to stream Veil. I didn't get an invite. No, I only got the invite to this one. So it's a mega stream. Everybody's streaming the final. Nobody's streaming the semi-final. Bit of a shame, but it happens. So as you can see there, Serenity, not everybody's in yet. We are going out on Alpenstadt again. We've just seen that, haven't we? Now, APA will be on the south spawn, Serenity on the north spawn. We've already done the flyovers, we've already seen them play this map. So it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to do it. We've still got time, that's why they're not readied up yet. Looks like APA will be readied first, with the exception of NZ, who's still not ready. So we have Yennefer so far in a T22, Visna in an E5, Sakir coming in an E5, Lightbulb in a Crownvalve, Oslo in a Mouse, and The Witcher in an E5, and NZ in potentially a Progetto. Moving over to Serenity, well, so far we have Pipu Devil potentially in an E5, Herr Kimmich in an E100, Pipu Dog potentially in a Kranwagen, Pipu Jail in a Vickers, Pipu Platoon in an E5, Spitfires in a Mouse, and Days in an E5. Pipu Devil has jumped into an E5 after all. Just waiting on Kimmich and Pipu Dog. NZ has jumped into a T22 coming out of the Progetto. Kimmich E100. I suppose that's not funny coming from a mod, to be fair. So Kimmich is staying in the E100. Just waiting on Peepoo Dog now. There's still over a minute to go, so it's not much of a problem. We've still got plenty of time. Yennefer is now debating whether to stay in the T22. No, Yennefer's debated and decided that the T22 is the one that's still going to stay in. Kimmich is not going in an E5. Peepoo Dog in an IS4 and Kimmich in an E5, not an E100. We're now all set for the finals here of Prove Your Skill number 1. Here on the EU server, it is APA against Serenity here on Alpenstadt. Ooh, who is going to win? Who is going to take it? I know everybody has their favourites. We're going to find out in a few seconds how this one is going to pan out. And there we go. So, we've seen APA play this map twice. Pretty well. Sorry, we've seen APA play this map once, pretty nicely. We didn't see Serenity, and we haven't seen Serenity play tonight. Well, I haven't. I've not been streaming them, but others have. Let's get up high. Well, we can see that APA are basically using a similar strat to what we've just seen on Alpenstadt. Let's move over the map and see what Serenity are doing. Well, Serenity are doing a completely different strat to what we saw BPS employ. There you go, Peepoo Jail. As I said, they like to get those lights into that middle area rather than up the back, with support from Herr Kimmich in the E5, so we did do that in the flyover. Days and Peepoo Platoon is also there, along with Peepoo Devil. Trying to get those spots was Peepoo Jail in the Vickers Light. He did do that, and now we've got a 3-line whip again with the E5s, making sure that if anything goes into that A-cap, it really is going to get punished. Spitfires is on the ramp, as we pointed out in the flyover, with Peepoo Dog in support. Peepoo Devil is rotating round, allowing the Vickers of Peepoo Jail to get into the C-cap. So the cap advantage will go to Serenity. However, there is a rotation here of the T22s. Oh, that's too much on the mouse. The T22s of APA are rotating back round in through their spawn, looking to try and put some pressure onto that C-cap area. Light Bulb is spotted. Now the thing is, with APA rotating around, the Mouse, Visner and Light Bulb are all pretty much isolated. But APA continue their charge. They're going round towards the C-cap. As you can see there, Peepoo Jail is rotated out. Peepoo Dog is still there. Light Bulb is moving from his position, leaving Visner very, very isolated, but he's not been spotted. Ernzed, however, gets absolutely wrecked as he comes around the corner. He manages to get out there and into safety and put a good shot into Peepoo Dog. Yennefer casually making his way around, although very, very tentatively, into the C-cap. This is now sent the message to push onto A, and as we can see, Visner is the one being pushed. Tried to track him, didn't work, but he has got 3 tanks on him. Visner here is going to find a lot of pain going his way. He's not going to be lasting much longer. Days is going to put an HE roll in. He does, leaves him on next to no hit points, 86 in fact. He's going to be finished off. A cap is being taken by Peepoo Jail, so Serenity will take a cap advantage back. Back into the middle area. Well, Ocelot and Spitfires toying with each other. Light Bulb coming in to put pressure on. Peepoo Dog is going to go down. He's a one-shot, but Peepoo Devil is trying to help him out. Pushing onto Sakir here. Spitfires is also a one-shot. Ocelot is going to come around to try and take him out. Mouse on mouse action as we see. Down he goes. My mouse not working correctly. Peepoo Devil now rushing up a ramp and into trouble. But support is on the way. 1 tank down for APA though. 2 tanks down. Peepoo Devil now looking very worse for wear. He is now a one-shot. Down he goes. Daze is trying to cap the B cap, stealing it away from APA. But at the moment, Serenity are on the back foot here. APA have got the advantage. Pipu player Ploon is going to try and push on to Sirkia. Sinkir here, well, but he's got support from Lightbulb, but Lightbulb is on his long reload. Sinkir is a one-shot. Sinkir goes down courtesy of Daze. Now they're going to look at with Lightbulb. However, look at the points here. APA have the points, not Serenity. APA have got the 2 caps, B and C. APA are holding on here. Serenity need to take tanks out of the equation. It's 4 on 5. It's not backs against the wall just yet. But Kimmich here is being harried by the Witcher and Yennefer. He needs to take out the Witcher if he can. He does. He will go down over to Yennefer, but now it's 2 against too many. Lightbulb, however, and Ernzed are one-shots. Daze coming in, trying to get into Lightbulb. My mouse is just too sensitive. Really good stuff there. Come on, Daze, you can do it. No, he can't. Hustler in the mouse coming round. Very healthy mouse. And it's all over. APA getting it on the points. No platoons. Sorry, guys. So Serenity there looking like they were going to be in command. But unfortunately, again, APA reacting nicely. Able to hold out and turn the screws back onto Serenity. We're going to swap those spawn points now. This time we will have APA on the north spawn, Serenity on the south spawn. Just waiting for the teams to then... Thank you very much, Martin. I really appreciate that. That is very, very generous of you. Thank you, my friend. Just now waiting. There we go. So both teams are ready. We have Yennefer in an E100, Visner in an E5, Ernzed in a Prog 65, Sinkir in an E5, a Lightbulb, Clanwagen, Oslo in a Mouse, and the Witcher in an E5. Moving over to Serenity, we have Pipu Devil in an E5, Herr Kimmich in an E100, Pipu Dog in an IS4, Pipu Jail in a Vickers, Pipu Platoon in an E5, Spitfires in a Mouse, and Daze in an E5. Looks like the Witcher is actually going to jump into a mouse, so it's a double mouse strat of 2 with an E100. So 3 super heavies again here for APA. Serenity only 1 super heavy. That is no, they got 2. They got the mouse with Spitfires and Kimmich in the E100. So not pretty even Stevens, but looking on paper, the mobility has to go to Serenity. So it'll be interesting to see how this one plays out. Serenity will be looking to turn the tables here on APA, pushing it into that decider on Naval Frontier. We will find out in at least a second and a half. So, APA one poor on lifting today's finals, whereas Serenity can spoil their party. They really can. Serenity have the ability to do that. Let's get up high and to the back of the map. Maybe for the last time, maybe not. And you can see here, APA making a beeline for the sea and the city area. Let's get over the map and see what Serenity are doing. We'll go through the ACAP side, because it looks like Pipu Jail is heading towards that way to get some spots. He hasn't spotted anything, so he's probably going to think that it's pretty clear, and he may just rush in there. He has a load of E5s behind him. Pipu Dog, Commission Spitfires. Wow, the ACAP is being taken as long as the CCAP is being taken as well. The mouse of Spitfires and Kimmich into the middle area, but then again so is Oslo and Yennefer just holding back in the E100, and the Witcher in the mouse pulling up the rear. Not exactly a quick tank, Mousy. We got the NZ in the Progetto rotating back through the spawn. Kimmich and Spitfires just backing off a little bit. Pipu Dog trying to see if he can get any shots across the map, but he can't. Pipu Devil and Pipu Jail going to take up positions where they can also put pressure on from across the map, try and get those crossfires in. And as you can see here, if we look down the line there, we've got Pipu Platoon and Pipu Dog looking straight down the route anything coming, you know, if Oslo pulls out too much or the Witcher pulls out too much, then the IS-4 and the E5 there of Serenity can, in fact, give them a hard time. Kimmich in the 100 and Spitfire is also on the B lane, pretty open for them. Although the Mouse of Witcher and the Mouse of Oslo are waiting for Spitfires to turn up. He's not spotted Spitfires. We can see him. They can't. And that's the thing. People Jail and People Devil are still trying to get themselves positioned so they can get those cross shots in. So it's all a waiting game at the moment, with Serenity just not... Oh, and there you see there, Spitfires tries to drop into that B cap and gets a bit of a smacking from the Witcher. And this is the danger. This is why the APA have put their mouses there. And again, Spitfires falling afoul there of the Witcher, and this time Sinkia. So what they've got to do here, Serenity, they've got to think about, well, where they're going to move. They've been bled more than they've bled APA at this moment in time. Spitfires has been bled by People Jail and People Devil. Again, Spitfires just over-angling and allowing Witcher to put that HE roll into his side. He is there for a reason, and he is a mouse, so he can take it, and he's doing it on purpose. People Dog is moved up. Kimmich is moving around, probably trying to take a corner to see if he can move up to the top corner here to put shots into the Witcher, who is giving Spitfire such a hard time. Enzad gets a bit of a smack there from across the map from People Jail. People Dog also getting a smack. So at the moment, APA have control on this one. And what we're going to do, we're going to rotate round to sit on the back of APA's line. The reason being is because it's going to be Serenity who are going to be making the moves, not APA. APA are just waiting. You can see Days coming round the flank. Kimmich coming round. People Devil is going to probably hook up with Days there, with People Dog, Spitfires and People Jail overlooking. And this is why we're moving to the back here. Shots going in towards Wisner. They don't connect. Oh no, they do. Wisner does lose a little bit. NZ is getting aggressive and bored over there. He's trying to push down onto People Jail in the T22, but he doesn't want to go. He's holding fire. APA showing good... They're showing... They're being very calm. Let's put it that way. They're being very controlled at the moment. There goes Unzad. He comes across People Jail, and People Jail gets the shot in, and he gets another shot in. And Unzad here. Well, this is going to be a good little tussle between these two. People Jail missing the shot as Unzad goes around the corner. Unzad is loading. People Jail is aware of that. He will be counting those times. Moving back. Well, now it's the time to move for Serenity. They drop into the B cap. They're forcing the move from APA. APA looking to take out People Dog, and at the same time push onto the Mouse of Spitfires. Kimmich coming around the back. The C cap also being, but People Dog is going to go down here. He's not going to last. Lightbulb gets a shot in. Lightbulb will get another one in. It's going to go to APA. APA are on 930. Back over on this side of the map. Oh, they need to get rid of Wisner. Wisner and Sinkia goes down. That has turned it back around into favour of Serenity. That's turned it. That is a crucial move for Serenity. Down. They've got to take out Wisner or Oslo. Let's leave that move. Oslo goes down. Serenity are 10 points away. They've got it. They take it to the next stage, which is the decider. Fantastic stuff by both teams there. But Serenity timing it almost to perfection, putting their tanks in ideal positions and really, really managing to get round the back there. Making it in their favour, pushing it into that decider. Kimmich making a beautiful move, to be honest with you, to come around the back of those tanks and give them a hard time as they push down onto the Mouses. Really good stuff. We go into Naval Frontier. This is the decider. This is the last match. This is winner takes it all. You're not going to get much better gameplay, guys. I mean, this is the opening day, and we are watching some fantastic stuff being churned out by these clans. We will have APA on the north spawn, Serenity on the south spawn. APA ready up first. We have Yennefer in a Kranwagen, Visna in an E5, NZ in a Vickers, Sinkir in an IS4, Lightbulb in a Kranwagen, Oslo in an E5, and The Witcher in an E5. Moving over to Serenity, we have Pipu Devil in an E5, Herr Kimmich in a Kranwagen, Pipu Dog in an IS4, Pipu Jail in a T22, Pipu Platoon in an E5, Spitfires in a Kranwagen, and Days in an E5. So that's what we're looking at. Hate to be a betting man at the moment because it's pretty much even Stevens, to be fair. Again, Serenity with the mobility. No, not really, because there is a Vickers on the other side which counteracts the T22. Both teams being pretty mobile here on Naval Frontier. Only one IS4 apiece. Majority of E5s. It's going to be an interesting one. So, for the last time this evening, we are going to get up high into the back of the map as soon as that battle count comes. Try and work out where these clans are going to go. So, we have got APA making a beeline towards the A cap with an oversight of the B cap and towards the C cap. Let's move over and see what Serenity are doing, because they may be doing something completely different. Enzad is trying to get those spots really quickly. APA heading towards that A cap with the Kranwagens and Pipu Dog overlooking the B cap. Pipu Dog is going to be sneaky here and drop into that B cap and try and steal it from under their nose. At the same time, that is a sneaky move. Gotta give him kudos for that. A cap is also going to be taken. And now Serenity are looking to put the pressure onto APA. They will take the B cap. Pipu Dog will rotate out. Sinkir will jump into the C cap. But all Days here getting smacked around a bit by Yennefer in the Kranwagen. But Yennefer is now on his reload. Pipu Dog. Oh, he's being very aggressive. Let's go with Pipu Dog. Let's see how aggressive he is being. He is going to give Yennefer pretty much of a hard time. Just keeping Yennefer's head down. That's all he's there to do, nothing else. And that allows them to cap A. Days will now cap A and get out of there. The E5s here, Visna, Oslo and The Witcher. Can't really do much. They'd love to push around on Pipu Dog, but they have Pipu Devil and they also have Pipu Jail there. Just to make sure, Pipu Platoon. Days is up high as well. He can put shots into Visna, just like Visna put shots just into him. Over this side, we have Pipu Jail, Spitfires in Herr Kimmich, Ernestad, Sinkir and Lightbulb. We've got the E5s rotating round of Witcher and Oslo. They're going to try and push down onto Spitfires here. Try and get round and away from the heavies of Serenity. That's exactly what they're doing. So Spitfires here may come a cropper, but he does have Herr Kimmich with him, who is fully loaded. Boom goes Spitfires into the Witcher. Kimmich turns around to also see the danger. Witcher losing hit points rapidly. But Spitfires needs to get out of there. So does their Kimmich. But that is meant that we're going to leave that battle for the moment, because over this side we have got the rest of Serenity pushing down onto Yennefer and Lightbulb and Visna. Yennefer. IW played beautifully. Absolutely beautifully. And no one's going to hear that because it's now taking time to restart.
Well,
yeah, they played beautifully.
We have our streams still, you know.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah, they played beautifully. So
it was a fantastic evening in general, though. Even though there were upsets, and I think the upsets happened too are in fact very upset. Mainly being Endgame and Raid. But
yeah.
It's still the first day.
Yep.
Technically.
Absolutely.
And both of these teams are good enough to definitely not have that worry them for top 8 potential.
Yep.
But I think especially today, we've seen a lot of great teams that can put a danger or also another foot into that top 8 territory. It just ends up on how the other previous skills in the future will develop from here on out, really.
Yeah. But I think Serenity really needed that win tonight because their seeding isn't doing them any favor at all, and that I think winning the previous skill tournament tonight is going to help them a lot if they suffered once again from the win rate seeding,
Who did?
winning a couple of proofs.
Who was
Serenity. I mean, they won Serenity.
And I think he's,
Absolutely.
a bit more. Okay.
I mean, I was saying like Serenity. They really needed that win tonight, and I think in the next couple of previous skill tournaments, I think that would be their target, and because of their seeding, and it's quite unfortunate to say, but I really wish them all the best because God knows if they are going to be facing some of these teams again in the group stage in the previous skill tournaments. I mean, they face Loka, and they have to fight hard for that.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Something also, I think that before we gloss over it entirely, and that is important to mention here,
Yeah.
this win is even more important for the sole reason of it being the only group on day 2. Because usually we'd see 2 or 3 groups, at least for the EU server, maybe more, depending on the activity of the previous day. But the fact that this was the only group in the final stages, that makes these cups in the later stages that much more desirable, and that gives you that much more of an edge over other teams. Because who knows, maybe there's gonna be maybe on the next previous skill we have 2 or 3 groups in the final stage.
At most 2 groups in the final
Yeah.
stage. There can't be 3.
Psh, let me talk. But it's just so. For example, if we have 2 groups, we're gonna have 2 winners. We're gonna have 2 second places. That means you have a higher chance of getting more cups just because of the fact that there's a higher group number. But this makes it just this more important to win. And Serenity really took it out for them in that final there.
Before we kind of,
Serenity played
rant
well in that
about
final.
seeding.
That was a great
Before
final.
really great. Let's talk about Serenity versus APA. I mean, the second game. Oh my god.
That was won by a second, literally.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I thought Serenity was in trouble because they didn't have the cap lead, they didn't have the hit point pool lead. I don't know how Serenity's going to come back from that. I think at one point down by more than 2,000 hit points.
2,500.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were.
Yeah, it was very grim for them. But I think what they did, the winning move was those triple T110E5s on C and briefly stopped the cap and rushing at the right moment because 800 cap points at that moment because both teams, Serenity APA, only have like 5 cap points of deficit, so only a brief cap stop would do the job, and also a kill would do the job. So I think Serenity realized that, and they cannot push any time earlier because they know that they have a hit point pool deficit, because they know if they rush, it's a loss for them. So they waited until the right moment and they gambled on C, and they didn't push on C in the first place, but like on B, and that I think was a masterclass from Serenity in dealing with very adverse situation, and I'm lost for words for that.
I kind of want to partially disagree with saying that it was that this was the winning move. I think instead of saying it was a winning move, it put them back on equal footing. Because as you said, they were down on points. They were heavily down on hit points.
Yeah.
I think they even lost a gun first. So there was a brief moment where they were just behind in guns. They got that C cap though. They stole that, meaning they managed to catch up on points, but they just lost tanks so fast because of the focus fire that APA had. It was really strong. One thing I was confused about was Ernest leaving his team to fight off Jail, but I think that was for the sole purpose of not letting Jail farm his heavies.
Yeah.
So it was solid, and he even managed to win that fight in the end, because the match ended. The caps.
I mean, like
happened
so many
to the points,
positive ways. Maybe
and
we can't
after
lose.
a split second after, 2 tanks died, and one of those was the T-22
Thank you, Wotb.
of Jail. So
But
it was a really close game.
I mean, in that second game, I thought Serenity were I know they were on the back foot, but I thought they were very well composed, and I think they timed their move almost to perfection, and they had the right focus, and they were taking out the tanks they needed to take out, knowing that they had that E100 of Air Kimmich coming around the back was just spectacular.
Right.
That was a great move.
True.
Putting
I think
those shots
whoever
into
was
the back of
calling that.
APA. That was brilliant. And I think,
True, yeah.
I mean, when you talk about game-changing moves, I think Air Kimmich's move, I mean, if you look at the damage he dished out in that game, in that E100, I think that was a game changer. I mean, he managed to get around the back.
Won the
He
game.
was huge. Yeah, his contribution to that game was huge. And it was beautiful to watch him do it. And I
It's
think...
not just that.
No, it's not just that. You had the
Sorry.
E5s over at the C-cap as well, but it was the way that Serenity were very composed, and I think they timed everything pretty well in that game. And going into that third match, it just showed you how composed Serenity can be, because APA had played pretty well all evening, to be honest with you. They hadn't really put that many feet wrong, and yet Serenity really made them look amateur in that last game on Naval Frontier. No disrespect to APA, but you know, Serenity. no, seriously, 7-0 on that map. Look at the position of the tanks for Serenity. You know, I mean, Days was tempting Yennefer and the E5s to put shots into him all the time. People Dog is capping B, and then goes up there to make sure that the Crown Wagon and Yennefer can't do anything more. And it's just beautiful moves. And then I thought APA were going to absolutely annihilate those two Crown Wagons of Air Kimmich and I can't remember who the other Crown Wagon was now. But they held on.
But Days came in to rescue.
Exactly. I mean, it was just
came to
beautiful
rescue.
to watch.
And I think there was like a T20 coming from the backside as well. So
Yeah.
No,
actually,
he went for the
up.
Vickers. He didn't even
for the
shoot.
Vickers.
Oh, okay.
But
yeah.
it was
I see.
beautiful.
I thought
to
he
watch.
kind of pinched it, yeah.
But
I
the
thought-
thing is, he stopped the Vickers from helping on the Crown Wagons.
Ah,
So he still contributed. But I want to talk about game 2 again for a second. And
sure.
specifically, Herr Kimmich, because my God,
My
did he
webcam.
absolutely play well tonight.
Right.
He played beautifully.
apart from that bounce on that Crown Wagon, which was very unfortunate. And
that was like, okay.
that almost kind of changed it. Almost kind of brought him from hero to zero. But almost.
He really was the hero of game 2 because
Yeah. Oh, I think it was a wrong game. Sorry.
he faced the mouse.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the mouse was he shot him down to like 300-400 hit points.
Yeah.
And they were on the verge of losing. So what do? You shoot a mouse with 80 in your E100 straight onto the engine deck, and he managed to kill him with a fire. A fire of all things that ticked, so he died, which he was the kill that decided the points. Because as I said, a split second later, 2 tanks of his team died. So he saved that game. And in the game after, in game 3, where they dominated, he was even cheeky enough to not shoot his full clip, but to just wait for a shot more to just then clear one of these E5s. He played amazing tonight,
Absolutely.
That's really good.
And
even in game 1.
And it was just fantastic stuff to see tonight. I thought, you know, for the opening salvo, because it's only the first PYS, we're seeing some amazing competition here.
Definitely.
And
I mean, like, apart from Serenity versus AP, I mean, the first game for that, we can't talk about, like...
Can we talk about the first game?
Yeah, like, I think what went down for Serenity really, like, 3 tanks onto 1 tank and a tank
4.
capturing A. Yeah, like 4 in total, but, like, that Vegas, like, wasn't going for that tank per se. So, like, 4 tanks on that side versus 1, and if you do the math, 6 versus 3 on the other side for the APA. APA didn't kill those 3 tanks quickly enough, but that didn't matter because when you have 3 tanks down, it was just game over for Serenity.
Yeah, that was Wisnia on the other side with that E5. He just held those, and not even just a short moment. He held them so long. I was like, why is he not dead yet? I don't know what he did. I didn't look over there
No,
because
but
the main point was that push from APA.
But the thing is, they
Even
had
the Vickers, he
that was-
left there.
I was about to say that was the same strat they did employ against BPS. To be fair, so you know it's pretty much copy paste of what they literally just come out of that battle against BPS.
Yeah,
right.
we didn't see that.
No,
The thing is, Serenity though played an entirely different game to theirs tiebreak on Alpenstadt. The second game, was it the second? Yeah, the second they played similar. Though.
Oh, thank
But-
you, Bella. That's so nice of you. Thank you very much. Beautiful words.
But my God, they were just amazing games today.
And with that, I'm going to jump because I'm going to speak to Vale.
Yeah,
Alright.
sure.
And
And I think
whoa,
Peter,
whoa.
we can keep on
Very
talking
nice.
because I think we want to talk about Serenity with Isabel because it's equally
Sure,
exciting to
Sure, we
talk.
can talk about that as well.
Yeah.
Right,
I'll see you
yeah.
soon. Fidget, bye. Fidget.
Catch you later, guys. I'm just going to jump in and have a chat with Vale. So let's see.
Enjoy.
Enjoy.
They are playing
Right.
1-1.
Be quiet, guys. You're on stream, by the way.
Uh-oh. Oh
So-
no, I can't swear anymore.
No. So Vale, we've got virtually the whole team here, which is fantastic. I only have one question, guys. Just one question. How did you beat Endgame? Woohoo!
Bad spawn, and they were 6.
Oh, really?
At the first round, yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Maybe I'm thinking maybe I did a jack and jinxed it because you know I did a brief interview with Blaster for Raid before the stream where I said you know Raid are looking good blah 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 and Endgame are looking really strong and then Raid lose to IW and then obviously Endgame lose to Vale, so the jinx works every now and then.
Thanks,
Sorry
Fidget.
guys.
Okay,
Sorry
do that again
Endgame.
next time.
Sorry
Do it
Raid.
next time.
But I mean, the only one. Then you came third anyway. You got BPS also. I understand. I didn't see that one. Nobody was streaming it, which is disappointing because there are plenty of us.
Yeah, we won against you.
It went to a decider as well, did it?
Yes.
So the only one. What happened with Serenity then? I mean, Serenity went on to win, so you know you can't be too downhearted with that. And they played awesomely in the decider on Naval Frontier. To be fair, they really did against APA.
We played shit against Serenity. I can say that.
No, I wouldn't say that. It was
Yeah,
just
but-
close.
Yeah.
Could have gone to
Yeah.
either side. Like few more individual mistakes on our side, but otherwise, yeah, I think
We
we didn't
didn't-
play that bad.
Like, we
Yeah.
didn't penetrate shots, so it cost us the game. And kinda bad focus fire, as always. So,
Just for the stream, the person talking is the people talking actually. That just talking a minute ago was Ego Chihai. Prior to that was Taston Killer and Vermilio, and Jory also got involved at one stage. So
Hello.
just in case, that's Jory. So just say hello, guys. So we've got Vermilio, say hello.
Hello. What's up?
Then we've got Elysium. Come on, Elysium, say hello.
I'm disappointed that you're thinking I'm Fabian, but okay.
I thought I had Taston Killer rather than you. Ego Chihai, say hello.
hello.
Now Taston Killer, say hello.
Hello.
And
Well, I get
finally,
famous now.
Jory, who's already said hello once, but he's going to say hello again because we
Hello.
went down the list.
I'm Jory.
Star and Laura are muted, unfortunately.
Oh, hello, YouTube.
That's Star. Star is saying hello. I don't know why Laura is muted. I mean, he's a YouTuber. He does streams.
Nah,
for
he's
Pete's
in
sake.
holidays.
Oh, he's on holidays. There you go. So, anyway, congratulations, guys. Even though you didn't get to the final and win anything, you turned over some really impressive teams tonight, and that has got to be a big plus. You've got to be feeling happy about it, surely. Especially Endgame. Come on, it's still Endgame.
Yeah, would say
Yeah,
so.
that was
Definitely
nice.
feel happy, but yeah, it was one evening,
Yeah.
which we play good, and then another maybe
Mhm.
we play bad. I don't know, or we get raped by the seeding.
Well, I mean, to be fair, you did have the seeding against you today. I mean, first game out against Endgame. That's not great seeding, is it? To be honest with you, you're on the back foot.
Yeah, I know, but yeah,
But that-
I think
that-
other
that's what-
days they
That's
won't
what
lose
about
against us,
the-
to be honest.
This is true. This is
Like-
true.
But that's what about the win rate seeding is. That like you are getting stronger teams just because you don't have win rate.
Yeah,
and,
it
you
is
know,
what it is.
It's annoying. It is annoying. It's incredibly annoying. And, you know, we did a stream last night where we talked about all that, and there'll be a stream again tomorrow where we talk about the tour. And, you know, some of the teams are basically trying to
Like-
overcome it by letting their play work, like you guys are. I mean, you're not using 100% win rate, Serenity or not. So, and you're you know you're getting there with this encumbrance of facing bad seeding, basically.
I
So-
would say that doesn't matter. The second day doesn't matter because you get less cups than on the
Mhm.
first date.
Mhm,
And like when you are losing, for example, free 100% accounts, then you have just free finals,
mhm.
like literally for free. So
Yeah, I mean, well, Loka came a cropper yesterday because they didn't get into today, and you know they sort of came a cropper yesterday. Imor came a cropper yesterday, so there have been some big scalps along the way, not getting into the second day, and the chances are, yeah, the win rate seeding unfortunately will have an impact at some point in one of the next 5 PYSs. So.
Yeah, definitely. But I think we don't even have to discuss that, man. I mean,
No.
it shouldn't be in the player hands to decide over sportsmanship and fairness, in my opinion. So it's on Wargaming, no one else. I mean,
Mhm.
yeah, sure, you can blame like clans abusing the system,
Yeah.
but what do you expect if you
Well, if you
give
send a
them the
green light
option
to
to
them,
do
they're
it?
going to do it, aren't they? Yeah. If you're going to send
Yeah,
a green light
exactly.
that we're not changing it, then everybody's going to utilize it eventually. And you know, we had somebody. I had somebody from Joker and Void yesterday saying that it's getting terrible on NA because you're seeing not one clan, not a clan with one team now with 100% win rates. You're seeing a clan with 2 or 3 teams with 100% win rates. So it makes it even
crazy.
worse. And because NA is such a smaller server with their competition in their clan wars, it has a bigger effect, obviously, over the duration. So I do feel sorry for the NA guys. But you know, as long as the teams can still hold their heads high on EU and try and work through this, then the respect and the reputations are just going to go up and up and up. And as you've seen tonight, even with crappy seeding in the second stage, you know, you're letting the gameplay do the talking, and that's what's important. That's what's important.
Yeah, everything's possible, definitely. But yeah,
Absolutely.
the seeding, definitely. Maybe it's, I don't know, I can't talk about it now because
No,
last
of
time it
course.
was like this too. So, like,
Yeah.
5th or 6th PYS, you like get raped by the matchmaking and then you're just out of top 8.
Well,
Yeah,
that's,
because of
that's
that.
the danger. That's the
It's
danger.
disappointing, yeah. But I mean, we like talked about this, worried about this, and yeah, I think we're capable to get it without. If not, it is what it is, but I hope we can get it
Mhm.
without, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, with that, guys, I'm going to let you go. Mainly because I've also got the NA stream to do in a bit. It's been great chatting to you. It's been amazing to I've not seen any of the games, but obviously I've been keeping an eye on the results, of course.
And,
And
we can send
you
you the
know,
games if you want.
it's been a great evening for Vale as a clan. Didn't get to the final, but coming third place and overturning some of those teams is just fantastic, and I'm loving that. So well done for all your hard work, guys. It pays off.
Thanks a lot.
Right, and with that,
See
enjoy
you.
the rest of your evening. Take a well-deserved break until the next one, which is tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah.
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 That's
Yeah.
more-
Not much of a break because of the update, but anyway. Right, all the
Good
best,
job,
guys.
Kappa.
Thanks for taking the time
Thank
for having
you
the
for,
chat, and talk to you again
Thank
soon.
you for streaming.
No problem.
Fidget.
Thank you.
Cheers, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
see ya.
Bye.
And well, that's it really, guys. I'm going to kind of end the stream there. We had a good chat with a few people, and it's nice to see that a few people have stayed on board to listen to what people have to say. It's been fantastic stuff. We are back again. Well, I'm back again later on today with the final of North America. And then back again tomorrow for PYS number 2. Asia, followed by EU, followed by NA. Oh man, it's, busy. As per usual, I'd like to say a big thank you for everybody for popping on to YouTube. It's been brilliant to have so many people watching and getting behind the clans. Massive, massive thank you to the mods for keeping the YT chat nice and happy for you guys. Huge thank you for the donations forwarded from Bella and Martin, guys. That has really, really made my day. It's fantastic. And seriously, enjoy the rest of your evening. We've had a great time here on EU. This is number 1 out of 6, so there are 5 more to go, and we will see front row action on all of them. Until then, guys, I'm going to pop off, try and get a couple of hours sleep before NA, which for me is in about 3 hours, and it's already 1 AM. So until then, all the best. Thank you for tuning in. Bye for now.